nationwide. This joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is The Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. The Funny Bone guarantees the best live comedy experience, welcoming the top touring talent to our stage. This week, The Funny Bone welcomes Earthquake on November 8th and November 9th. Thursday nights on the side stage, we host the best open mic in the Central Florida area. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and full bar available with parking discounts offered to all guests who park in the Point Orlando garage. Get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. I get less than 30 seconds to convince you to hire my law firm, to trust me, to believe in me, to somehow convince you that my firm is going to get you the best results possible. Now, can you do that in 30 seconds? Hopefully I just did. Contact us at oneunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
These days, everything in Orlando costs more. But a single line at Verizon doesn't. Get one line for as low as $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while coffee is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. And dinner for two has gotten pricey. Verizon, less pricey. Kissimmee rent, that's not coming down. But Verizon, down. One line for just $50 a month. That designer Golden Doodle, so much more. But Verizon, a fair bit less. Even a good old tried and true hamburger will cost you more. But with Verizon, the same tried and true service is now just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Point is, in a world that is always costing more, you can get more for less right now at an Orlando Verizon store. $15 promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office, Orlando. This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Granger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Granger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Make no payments till 2025 on 2024 models at Southernland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, credit, C-R-E-D-I-T, credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Sealand.
It is Thursday, November 7th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from Biden's big speech to celebrities' meltdown over the election results. And look out, here comes Hurricane Rafael. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Sealand.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. And how's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good. Ready to Thursday. How are you?
Yeah. You know, when I think about how things are going, I always think about how are other people doing out there? And if they're doing worse, then I go, okay, my day's not as bad as it could possibly be. I'm trying to be more positive about things. And today, you know what I thought about? I go, oh, this week is so long. Sealand's been talking about how long this week is. Oh, this week is so long.
Yeah.
Not even because of the election or something. It just, I don't know. Just, the election, it seems like it should have been on Friday, but I
think Thursday. Thursday would be a better
day. Yeah, Thursday, and then talk about it Friday.
Thursday, you come back, you talk about it Friday, and then you take the weekend. You know,
yeah,
take some time.
That would be nice. And it seems like a long week for a million different reasons. And then I thought, you know, all those people in Cuba who were just without power for like a week or so.
Did they get that back?
They got the power back on, and then the stupid Hurricane Rafael goes by and knocks out all the power to Cuba again. And so this morning, my thing was, at least I'm not in that position.
Very true.
At least I didn't just get smacked by that, and I'm waking up and it's warm and muggy and there's no AC going.
And they can't leave, you know?
Oh, yeah,
they
they're
can't
stuck.
go like, hey, let's go spend a couple weeks up north.
I know. That's
Get away
so
from
true.
The hurricane.
You know, that's so true, and that brings me right to my first clip here. So let's start off with the opening clip. Put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a young girl on TikTok who is talking about leaving the country after the Trump election victory. And she's given all the advice. Here's what you do.
Some of the easiest ways to leave the country as an American.
Oh, she's so quiet.
We cannot smile at the moment. It's been a long 24 hours.
Can I make this louder? Oh, I can't.
Maybe consider the Australia or New Zealand working holiday visa. Granted, this is a temporary fix, but Australia allows American citizens up to 3 years on a working holiday, and New Zealand offers 1. So that could realistically get you through the next 4.
So she's basically saying, like, here are all the places that you could go. You could move over here. You can move over here. You could stay away for this long, and then, you know, the Trump administration will be over with. And you're not wrong in saying in Cuba, no matter what, you're just stuck.
Yeah.
You're just, you wake up and you go, things suck. Well, I've just got to grin and bear it and make it through my day and get out on the other side here. Is this woman actually going to do any of this? Seriously doubt it. Very few of these people are. I think a lot of people are just blowing off steam, but she's like, we could go to Australia or New Zealand.
Really easy to apply for. They cost around $450. I personally did it here in Australia. I have a lot of videos about that. I'm happy to tag you if you need more info. If you have a way to make an income online, consider a digital nomad visa.
A digital nomad visa can get you to all these places. Hey, just for the record, you should know ahead of time.
You switch your passport to vagabond status?
Yeah, I'm on the move.
Digital nomad is a very interesting song name.
You're not going to catch up with me. I'm a digital nomad. And you should know every country has its problems, okay? Every country that you're going to sneak away to is going to have its problems too. I think a lot of this is just blowing off steam, and it leads me to what I'm seeing right now that I want to kind of roll out to everybody. Maybe we could talk about this in a spot here where people can get some things off their chests and we don't make this obnoxious. I'm seeing sort of a, what should we call it? A great unfriending that is taking place right now. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this as well. It started yesterday when I talked about the actress, very talented actress, Christina Applegate, who was saying, if you voted for the other person, unfriend me right now. Unfollow me. I don't even want you around. Get on out of here. And now it's gone to a more generic, the great unfriending, that I swear to God, if I go onto my social media profiles today and I just look around, there,
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
I see it, and I see people going, hey, if you voted this way, just unfriend me. It's over with.
I think that's the, more peaceful message versus a full-blown argument via comments.
I know, but it's kind of weird that people are just going, hey, if I was friends with you, and I guess maybe it's not fully friends because it's online.
Hold on a second. You said if you voted this way, unfriend me. But I'm only really seeing that from one side.
I think that's true. Yeah,
I'm only seeing if you voted for Trump, if you voted against women.
Because those are the people with an axe to grind right now. The people who would say if you voted for Kamala don't really have an axe to grind because she didn't win the election.
I had a friend of mine that he's a very, very hard left. And he did campaigning for Kamala. He did making phone calls and stuff. He did a lot of the volunteer work. He's very into stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And he did a post that was like breaking down. He trying to do his best to explain amendments to people. Right. And in more plain terms, he tried to explain the homestead one. That's kind of where I got the idea of how it worked from him.
He put his heart into it.
But this was
at least some hours.
This was pre-election, and in his rundown was also, if you're voting no on for, then please just unfriend me right now.
Yes, yeah, and he was ahead of his time, apparently, because right now I would give some advice to people. Maybe you want to take it, maybe you don't. But I would say probably stay off social media until Monday. I think Monday might be a little bit better, but Courtney woke up today. She goes, how's everybody doing out there? And I said,
like Elmo?
It's not looking great right now. There's a lot of people who are pissed off and people who are celebrating and making the other people more pissed off and people who are legitimately going, unfollow me. And this is it. This is the end of our friendship. And beyond that, I have personally seen in the last 24 hours, a lot of people who I had no idea were Trump supporters kind of seemingly coming out and saying, yep, I voted for this person. I had no idea. People that both of us know. People that all of us know. People that all of us know that I had no idea. And I go, whoa, okay, that's interesting. And it's just there's a lot happening right now as everybody decompresses. So hopefully this can be a place where we could talk about these things and also we can get distracted by some other things because there's a lot going on in the world today beyond this. But I definitely see the great unfriending happening out there. I hope you're not a part of it. I know some of you in chat are because I already see in chat somebody said they went further. They're going on a block brigade. They're blocking everybody. Somebody said, I deleted Facebook and Instagram so I don't have to be anywhere near this stuff. That's not a bad idea for some people right now to get away from it. Every once in a while, I think about one of my old friends who everybody else who I met, when people started to go on Facebook, created a Facebook profile. When people started to go on Instagram, all the people I knew created an Instagram profile. This guy never created any of them. I don't know where he is. I can't find him anywhere. He's invisible to me because I don't live in West Palm Beach where he lives. I'm probably talking to him right now because of our great friends in West Palm.
Actually, he never bought a radio either.
maybe he's that far behind. It could be. I'm not sure. But
he's at the car dealership pull that thing out of there, man.
I don't want that.
Getting me with this.
He never got on any of the social media profiles. And I go, that might be absolutely genius. That might be a really good idea. So I want to ask you this today, dispatchers and chatters. Have you seen the great unfriending? Have you seen some people on social media doing this? Or are you participating in that yourself? Are you saying that hey, if you voted for Trump, I don't want you to be my friend anymore? And if so, explain that a little bit and run that down. So we'll chase down this phenomenon that's certainly viral and happening out there and get a better look at it as the show goes on today.
I saw that Rob Reiner was trending on X earlier today.
Okay. The director?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't know how old he is. Is he okay? And I guess when I clicked on it, he was on a couple lists of people who were like, if Trump wins this, if Trump, leave the country, blah, blah, blah.
Sayonara.
And some of the people that have these lists are like 42 names long.
Holy cow.
And I'm like, I don't know that all these people said they were going to leave the country, but maybe, a lot of people say that. But apparently Rob Reiner said that if Trump wins, he would set himself on fire. And so...
Oh, okay.
And so...
Wait, was that the guy who smelled like gasoline?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just wanted to double
He's
check.
checking in the Capitol. Rob Reiner's all calm. All right, I said I'd do it.
I mean, if I'm going to do it, why not make a whole thing out of it? Huh?
And so, but the people on Twitter are like, so has he done it yet? They post the oh gosh, was it Happy Gilmore where the guy's like, well, we're waiting.
Yeah. Oh, man. When I see all these things happening, I just go, try to remember it's okay to be nice to people. Try to remember you can be a decent person while you win. And that just doesn't happen online. So that's why I say good time to log off, chill out, enjoy the weekend, go to a park, have fun. Even if you won, even if your guy won, just go get some fresh air, get away from all of this. Don't post stuff online.
Or suck up the libtard's tears.
Or that, I guess. It's your life. I just look at things and go, you only have so much time. You only have so much time. Is this what you want to? Like, imagine for a second when you die. No heaven, no hell. I'm not trying to be John Lennon. No heaven, no hell. When you die, there's a second when you rise up from your body. And you look down at your now corpse, your ghost territory.
And for Rob Reiner, it's on fire.
and as you're looking down at that immolated body, you go, this was my life. And then you go, well, did I spend all my minutes and hours the right way? Did I do it the way that I wanted to, that I should have? Or upon reflection, did I waste a whole lot of time doing stupid stuff? And I don't even hesitate to say that a lot of these things are stupid things.
Oh,
you should enjoy it. You should just enjoy your life and make fun moments. Go do things. Go experience the world. And that's a much better experience as far as I'm concerned. Maybe you disagree. Let us know.
I agree with you. However, it is also okay to be in your feels for one day. I think shut off the social media if it's going to extend that period of being in your feels.
Or lead to just a much more stressful, more angry, blood pressure rising affair.
Correct.
No, not only do I not disagree with that, this is what I was trying to explain yesterday, where I go, I think back to when I was watching Mitt Romney's election, and it was Mitt Romney and Obama. Is that who it was? Mitt Romney and Obama? So Mitt Romney is running against Obama, and I watch on PBS Frontline. They have an hour-plus special of both of them. And
Brought to you by viewers by you?
Yes. All the tote bags they purchased. And I watch and I go, oh, okay, Mitt Romney seems like a nice guy. And then they put on the Obama one, and I watch and I go, oh, man, Obama seems like a nice guy. And then the next day was the election, and Mitt Romney lost, and I was like, oh, that's good for Obama that he won. And I go, oh, man, I feel really bad for Mitt Romney. And I just couldn't help but like.
We went on with our lives.
Well, no. I'm saying I couldn't help but. Like I saw a story yesterday that said Kamala Harris postponed her speech until 6 p.m. because she was crying.
No, she didn't.
And I said, I don't know if that's true or not, but who cares? Imagine you ran for president and you lost. You wouldn't cry? I would cry. I cry when I can't get the right thing out of a vending machine sometimes. You know what I mean? If I lost something that I put so much into, I would be upset about it afterwards. Maybe less tears with me and more screaming.
That's a natural reaction. And
I would
that's
do
okay. That's totally fine for people to, and the other way around. Well, then again, I would say that everyone is entitled, just as they have the right to vote, the right to just be and process the way that they choose to do it if it's in a nonviolent way. But it's like not even 12 hours later, everyone's like, come on, it's going to be fun, blah, blah, blah. Suck up the tears. Like, just let people be, man.
It's going to be fun.
Or unfriend them so you don't have to see anything of it.
Maybe I said that because I said it's going to be fine, because I do think it is going to be fine. But
I'm not saying that it's not going to be fine. I want to be very clear. But we're allowed a day, right?
I don't disagree. I don't say that that's not a thing. I think anybody who was competing in anything deserves time after a loss to go like, damn, that sucked. Sea Witch on YouTube says, and this is kind of what the heart of what I'm getting at. I can't be friends with people who voted for Trump. I voted for the person who wanted to help all Americans. They voted for the person who wants to hurt many of us. No way in hell am I okay with that. I think there's a decent amount of people, at least from what I could see, that feel that way. I think, with all due respect, that that's a bad way to feel. It's not a good way to maneuver through life. You are viewing things the way that your experience has led you to, and you go, this is who I think this person is. The people who voted the other way, they don't feel the same way as you do. Obviously, it's not as if they think all those things and go, yes, I want that bad stuff to happen. No, it's because they disagree with you, and people aren't monsters just for disagreeing.
Or they didn't want Kamala to happen.
Right. Yes.
That was a lot of people.
And I think just jettisoning actual friends is not good. Just if you're going to do that, relax about it and maybe rethink it in a week or so and see if you still want to do that.
Oh man, there was a post from somebody where you were saying like you're seeing people in your friends feed. You're like, I wouldn't have thought they would have gone that direction.
Yeah.
But anyway, and there was a post, and I don't think this was their original content, but they just copy paste this. And it was like, if you thought Kamala was going to do this, you forgot this. And one of them was like, you forgot the Trump we all knew and loved in the 90s. And I was like, what does that even mean? The Trump we all knew and loved in the 90s?
I didn't vote for current Trump. I voted for Home Alone Trump.
Yeah, that one time he was on Sex and the City. The first one that came around.
You know who we knew and loved in the 90s? Diddy, Masterson,
Michael Jackson,
Bill Cosby.
Oh, man, what happened in the 90s? A lot of stuff turned sour, huh? There's a lot that went wrong there. Well, here on the other side was Kamala Harris at her speech at Howard University in Washington, kind of wrapping up the campaign.
Who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before.
All right, there she goes. That was a pretty good speech on her way out,
and at
Kamala Harris.
4:30 p.m.
Yeah.
I said at 6 p.m. when she was crying.
Oh, no. Whatever the person said was like she delayed her speech because she didn't do it in the morning because she was crying and inconsolable, and they were worried that she was going to break down during the speech. This is one of those people that goes, my sources are telling me. Sources say. When people say that on Twitter, folks, 99% of the time, they're lying. They're lying. They don't have sources. They're just saying
this guy doesn't
something.
have any sources.
Zero sources here. It's a bunch of nonsense. I was banned for a joke on Twitch says, Sean doesn't realize people could keep feelings about politics separate from their everyday life activities. You can hate people for anything and life will go on. Nothing is wrong with that. I think you maybe don't understand what I'm talking about. What's happening here is there are people who saw that Trump won by a big number and they're feeling more comfortable. For quite a long time, you looked at mass media, the celebrity world, you looked at just any kind of organization, corporations, any social media platforms. And if you were a right of center person, you felt like, I'm not even welcome in a lot of these places. Nobody's echoing except for like online places, the things that I feel and the things that I want. And so you start to feel in your own neighborhood, in your own life and online, like the opinions you have, you can't even tell people about them. And then after the election victory, I've seen people that go, oh my God, there's a lot of other people who think the way that I do, so I can post this out there. There are much less social pressures to being a Democrat than there are to being a Republican. And that depends a lot on where you live, and just generally speaking, I find that to be true. So let us know what you think. Send those dispatches. Also making an appearance, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but they say it was the ghost of Peanut the Squirrel.
Oh, no.
At Kamala's speech, they were showing the podium, and then right before, right in the background, a little squirrel pops up, and Squirrel's just running around back there. Goes to Peanut the squirrel, question mark.
Not all squirrels look the same.
This one looks just like Peanut. Oh, look at that. It's a dead ringer. It is a dead ringer.
Minus the ringer part, because Peanut is dead.
Do we have squirrels in every state in the United States?
Yes, but they do look different. I will never forget going to Syracuse with a family friend. I think I was like 17, 18 years old for a wedding. And their squirrels are wild looking. They're like black and gray, very chubby, obviously because of the weather, a lot more fur. And they don't seem as friendly as the Florida squirrels.
Alaska has squirrels, you're saying?
Oh, that I could not confirm.
Nevada? Like a desert type place? Would they have squirrels?
Desert squirrels for sure. Yeah. They drive little ATVs or something.
I wonder.
I'm not a squirrel master, Sean.
I'm not.
I'm just saying, I saw squirrels in Syracuse. They look different.
I know there's squirrels in New York. I know, because I've seen a New York squirrel too. But I'm wondering, because I'm distracted ADHD.
Hey, New York squirrel here.
I'm going, is there a squirrel in every state? All right, let's take a quick break here. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to hear from you. You can vent a little bit if you'd like to do that. We'll talk about other things because I want to get into some different territory. In fact, when we come back, we're going to talk about something that happened on a flight. And this woman is getting hate just poured at her like a fire hose. But let me tell you, this woman was right. She was right. And I'm going to stand up for her. We'll see if you agree. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Now that you can have people over again, why is your remote sticky? Tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hoping your day is a great one right now. The heaviest delay on the major highways and roads of Orlando is, of course, I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535 and also World Drive. But due to incidents, there are delays. I-Drive, that's at the intersection of Sand Lake Road, and Conway Road northbound near Judge Road, that's at Quando Drive. Right now, thankfully, the Greenway is clear and no issues on the Turnpike. If you see any traffic issues, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on everything you need to refresh your wardrobe and home for fall. Get low prices every day on unique finds at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macy'sbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Hi, folks. Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer. Many of you are hurting after the hurricanes. These storms cause so much pain, and if you have property damage, there's two things I need you to know. First, we already have scam artists out there making all kinds of promises to homeowners if you just sign a few forms. Don't sign anything. Don't let anyone going door to door scam you into signing anything. Second, if you have hurricane damage and you haven't contacted your insurance company, please do that now. My job is to help you hold people accountable, including insurance companies, contractors, or anyone else. Call 877-MY-FLCFO. That's 877-693-5236. Or go to preparefl.com with questions or to report abuse. This is a public service announcement from Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Veterans Day sale, save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed, plus free home delivery with any base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Granger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Granger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. I get a lot of feedback concerning the commercials I do on autism awareness. I don't do this to make my son famous or to make people feel sad for me. It's to spread awareness for parents out there who are in my situation. Please don't think your duties end when you end. These children are going to live a lot longer than we are. Be prepared. Contact us at whenunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern Style Sweet Tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to tell me the name of a country without the letter A in its name. You know it? Text your answer to 96551 and you will get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name and go on a 5-day cruise. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to tell me a country without the letter A in its name and get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals included, plus 4 days in Orlando for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. This is not a contest. It is a paid advertising by Guarantee Media with the purpose of soliciting sales on vacation ownership and not affiliated with iHeartRadio. Some terms and conditions apply.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is The Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. The Funny Bone guarantees the best live comedy experience, welcoming the top touring talent to our stage. This week, The Funny Bone welcomes Earthquake on November 8th and November 9th. Thursday nights on the side stage, we host the best open mic in the Central Florida area. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and full bar available with parking discounts offered to all guests who park in the Point Orlando garage. Get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
Need more animals, more gators, and more fun? Y'all need Gatorland.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
You can learn more about the show. You can subscribe to the podcast. You can watch the live stream. You can do all this and so much more over at thenewsjunkie.com. Biden is speaking at the White House, addressing the nation about the election. I wanted to see what he was going to say, so we might as well peek in and have a little listen into Biden and his comments today at the White House. He's going up to the lectern. There he is.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Please.
Wait.
Thank you.
Come on.
Good to see this cabinet and the staff together here.
He doesn't seem upset.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please.
These are his own people, by the way. This is his cabinet.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's good to see you all. Particularly good to see my granddaughter sitting in the front row here. Hi, Finn. How are you, honey? For over 200 years, America has carried on the greatest experiment in self-government in the history of the world. And that's not hyperbole. That's a fact. We're the people. The people vote and choose their own leaders, and they do it peacefully. And we're in a democracy. The will of the people always prevails. Yesterday, I spoke with President-elect Trump to congratulate him on his victory. And I assured him that I'd direct my entire administration to work with his team to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition. That's what the American people deserve. Yesterday, I also spoke with Vice President Harris. She's been a partner and a public servant. She ran an inspiring campaign, and everyone got to see something that I learned early on to respect so much, her character. She has a backbone like a ramrod. She has great character.
Ramrod?
She gave her whole heart.
Got
effort.
a backbone like a ramrod.
She and her entire team should be proud of the campaign they ran. You know, the struggle for the soul of America, since our very founding, has always been an ongoing debate and still vital today. I know for some people, it's a time for victory, to state the obvious. For others, it's a time of loss. Campaigns are contests of competing visions. The country chooses one or the other. We accept the choice the country made. I've said many times, you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your neighbor only when you agree. Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for, is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans. Bring down the temperature. I also hope we can lay to rest the question about the integrity of the American electoral system. It is honest, it is fair, and it is transparent. And it can be trusted, win or lose. I also hope we can restore the respect for all our election workers who busted their necks and took risks at the outset.
True.
We should thank them. Thank them for staffing voting sites, counting the votes, protecting the very integrity of the election.
You know, that is kind of a weird thing, isn't it? That in this country, first responders get so much credit, and people will go to somebody in the military, thank you for your service, and we thank all these people. I don't know that the people who do the work at the polling locations get enough love, but shouts out to all of those folks who do that, who put up with all the crazies, who have to deal with...
Volunteer, too.
It's a long day. It's a long day.
Volunteering is tough anyways, and you're out there just doing something because you think it's right, and you're not doing it for one side or another. You're just doing it because you want to be somebody who helps out. So shouts out to those guys. He's right about that.
Many of them are volunteers who do it simply out of love for their country. And as they did their duty as citizens, I will do my duty as president. I'll fulfill my oath, and I will honor the Constitution. On January 20th, we'll have a peaceful transfer of power here in America. To all our incredible staff, supporters, cabinet members, all the people who have been hanging out with me for the last 4 years, God love you, as my mother would say. Thank you so much. You put so much into the past 4 years. I know it's a difficult time. You're hurting. I hear you and I see you. don't forget all that we accomplished. It's been a historic presidency. Not because I'm president, because what we've done, what you've done. A presidency for all Americans. Much of the work we've done is already being felt by the American people, but the vast majority of it will not be felt over the next 10 years. We have legislation we passed that's just only now just really kicking in. We're going to see over $1 trillion worth of infrastructure work done, changing people's lives in rural communities. And
all right, there he is, Joe Biden. He's talking. Now he's going on to his own thing. But basically he's saying, well, a continuation of what Kamala Harris said, a peaceful transfer of power, They're doing this to, contrast with what happened after the last election, obviously. And everything seems to be, good. Maybe we're on a good track here. Hopefully people will stop freaking out and blowing up at their friend groups, and the great unfriending and all of that stuff will kind of settle down. I think it will after a couple of days. But that's the president chiming in on what's going to happen moving forward here. As for you, let's check out what you got on your mind. We got some dispatches here, and it's how you join the show. All right, so you want to have your opinion heard by a whole bunch of people. All you need to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com, send us an audio or video dispatch. Here is Home Merit with a dispatch.
Hey, Junkies. Regarding the unfriending, so personally for me, I'm not putting out a message saying if you voted for Trump, I will unfriend you. But I have gone through strategically, and people that are bragging about it that aren't really my friends. I lived near them 10 years ago. If they're posting a lot about Trump support, I just quietly unfriend them. I do unfortunately have one Trumpster aunt who is posting about it, not only on social media, but in like our personal family text message groups to each other. And I had to just
too far. Too far. If you have family text message threads, politics free. Those should stay politics free. Like,
especially if you disagree.
Before Thanksgiving, you had the whole family, like you got your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your aunts. You got them on a big, and make sure you bring the stuffing. I'll bring the potatoes, and then if you go on that and go, hell yeah, MAGA, like that's nasty. Don't bring politics where politics doesn't need to be brought. That doesn't seem nice.
Yeah, I this past weekend went out to Ormond Beach and visited with a bunch of family. We had some family that had driven down from the Carolinas, and they tend to be right-leaning people. And I was like, okay, I know that obviously they're leaving on Election Day, but they probably it's going to come up like, oh, did you guys vote? And they said they early voted, and one of them said, I don't love who I voted for. And I was like, and I was like, okay, that could mean two things. That could mean you did the wink wink and went for the other side and still don't love it, or it could mean you went on the side you always go on and you don't love it. I'm not asking that question. This is a nice family visit. It's my aunt's birthday. We're all trying to have a good time, eat some cake, play with babies.
A normal thing.
That's not not something I care to partake in.
I like leaving it open for interpretation there, and everybody could kind of take a victory away from that. Let's go back to Home Merit here.
The groups, because it's upsetting, and I'm doing a lot of yoga and taking a lot of walks outside.
Namaste.
And it'll be fine, but I need a break from those people, the people that are bragging about it. And
Namaste off Facebook.
Also, we do have squirrels in Tennessee. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate
we just
that.
need word from
we got a couple other
48
states.
more states.
49. We got to hear from
Florida.
We
New
got Florida.
York.
You're right. Okay, so hold on.
Tennessee
We got Florida.
now is accounted for.
Florida, we know. We just both know. New York, we know. You saw with your own eyes a squirrel. And then now we got Tennessee. So we need everybody to check in. If you're listening from another state that's not those states that we just mentioned.
Yeah, if we can maybe start a graphic and just put a squirrel image until we get all them checked off.
And I don't link me a Wikipedia entry that says squirrels appear throughout North America. No, I want to verify with you guys in each state that there are squirrels. Now, Bootsy
I want
Moonshine,
a map of the United States of America and a picture of each squirrel from each state.
Yes, I don't think that's too much to ask.
Bootsy on Twitch says there are no squirrels in Hawaii. I need confirmation. Hawaii friends. We have people in Hawaii who listen to the show.
Hawaii. That's crazy.
We have to figure it out. Are there squirrels in your state? So your dispatch is, if you're not from one of those states that's been mentioned, what state are you from to cross it off the list and confirm or deny the squirrel population?
No, there are no squirrels in Hawaii. But there is a mammal that looks similar to a squirrel and is sometimes mistaken for one, the mongoose.
Oh, they got mongoose? Is that right? I don't know if that's
right. Oh, no. It says the mongoose was brought to Hawaii in the 1800s to control the rat population on sugar plantations. However, the mongooses were only active during the day. The rats are nocturnal, so they never came into contact with the rats. So they just brought...
Solid plan.
So they just brought mongooses.
Is that not something they could have determined before releasing
the 1800s.
mongooses?
They didn't have Wikipedia.
Nobody thought this out. They just released the mongooses into the population.
Which now eat the birds and the bird eggs.
Great. So. Things are going well. All right, so Hawaii... off the list as far as we know, unless a Hawaiian listener could say, no, that's wrong.
Brother.
I have seen with my own eyes an actual squirrel. We're open for that. Send your dispatches over on thenewsjunkie.com, audio or video. Okay, let's go take a quick break. When we come back, we got this story to get into about something went down on a flight. I stand by this woman. I think she was in the right, but people are really giving her a hard time. What do you think? We'll find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll do the Froggers football forecast. Andy Meyering drops by for Date Night Done Right. Our buddy attorney Glenn Klausman stops in for Colbert Court. For trivia, it's tickets to see Orlando Pride and Orlando City playoff soccer. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000, plus your calls, text, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Good morning and happy Thursday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a look at your forecast for today. And we are going to be expecting another warm, muggy start to our morning, and that will continue as we head into the afternoon hours. Temperatures will stay well above normal for this time of year, a high of 87 degrees. We'll also expect about a 20% chance of a few passing showers, not a complete and total washout. Will really dry things out as we head into the afternoon and evening. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. You may have heard Wawa has pizza, but did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal size 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
Folks, let me tell you about Mills Air, an amazing company. And I want you to just equate these two things in your head. Problem with my air conditioner, Mills Air. That's the solution to the problem. They've been in business since 1992, which is over 30 years, and they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. That gets you access to really big rebates if you're going to get a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. Find them online at millsair.com.
Mr. World here, about to take the plunge on the world's fastest roller coaster. I hope it's as fast as the in-store labs at Eyeglass World. When you drop in there, they make your glasses the same day. You should give it a whirl. Just remember to keep your hands and feet inside the Eyeglass World at all times.
Get 2 pairs of glasses for $89. Fast at Eyeglass World, the world's best way to buy glasses. Visit eyeglassworld.com to schedule your exam online and for offer details.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Granger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Granger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Hey, Central Florida, if you want a nicer, newer car, get ready. My prices are dropping. RC Hill here. It's autumn, and I want to help you rake in some savings. At RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're focused on affordability. My finance specialists hustle hard to help you find a low rate and a monthly payment that fits your budget. That's what my Perfect Payment program is all about. Save huge on a new 2024 Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty and 2 years of free factory maintenance. Or check out over 200 certified used cars, SUVs, and sports cars. Plus, at RC Hill, you get your price and payment in 15 minutes. So if you hate your current ride, leave it behind. And I'll take it even if it's rusted or busted. And I'll give you way over trade value. But hurry, don't leave me hanging. A deal this good won't last long. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. RC Hill Mitsubishi and Used Car Superstore. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. And if you need to sell your car today, visit rchillbuyscars.com. We pay you on the spot.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you. Yeah, they were all yellow.
Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free never sounded so good.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Lose your key? Don't get stuck without a spare. At Batteries Plus, you can get a key fob for up to 50% less than what a dealership would charge. Keys cut, key fobs programmed, and batteries replaced on the spot. Avoid a car key catastrophe. Get a spare key today at Batteries Plus.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Shipley Donuts. Now open on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
I gotta get the Squirrel list down. So we've got New York, we've got Florida, and who was the other state that checked in? Not Tennessee? Tennessee, I think? Or...
Tennessee was check-in from the dispatcher.
Okay. All right, good. So the dispatcher checked in from Tennessee. Then we got those three states confirmed that they have squirrels. We will find out if the rest of the states do have squirrels. So that is a side quest for us today.
I think you have a way of showing our group chat.
Yeah, I can show that. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to grab the map, and then because of the new iMessages, I believe I could take a sticker of a squirrel and just place it on the map.
Okay. All right, good.
I'll try to do that.
Is there a side quest today to see if indeed we can get on the ground reports from people in all the states to say, yes, I'm in this state and we have squirrels?
This is the do something fun, get distracted from all the other things that have happened.
Do we still have that one state that we didn't have any listeners in or something?
Oh,
Wasn't
Wyoming?
that North Dakota?
Wyoming.
We have a couple over there. There's been some people who have checked in. There's not a lot of people in Wyoming in general, but we'd love to hear from you if you're there.
I remember you had done a whole day on we don't have any Wyoming listeners, and it was from maybe app downloads, or there was something about it that we saw a map that says
podcast listens.
Podcast maybe, yeah. So, and then a couple days later, I went and I for the first time met with the fine folks at Nation's Trucks, RIP. And they had a map in the office with push pins on all the states they'd sold trucks to, and they're like, we really want to get that one. And it was like, it's Wyoming. I don't know how to tell him this.
I don't want to break the news here. Now we got somebody on board. We got people on board from Wyoming. So let me know when you're ready with your map, Sabrina, and then we'll start filling this sucker out.
This might be a little bit more complicated than I thought.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I was like, we don't need it to be perfect visually, but...
I think I'm just going to print it out, and I'm going to draw a tiny squirrel on it, and then show it in the camera.
Look, we do that. That's what we do all the time. We go old school. So let's go old school with it. Print it out, and then you can
kill some trees.
You're good at doodling, and then you can put little squirrels on each of the states to confirm as we do our nationwide check, Squirrel Check 2024, as our distraction for the day. I want to talk about this woman, because this woman is getting so much heat right now. And it's about her journey on a flight. And I don't think she was wrong. I think what she did is perfectly fine and normal. And a bunch of people are giving her crap regardless. So let me bring up her video so we can hear her story. Now, you've been on a flight, I'm sure, at some point recently. And if you have, you've probably, let me run this by both of you first. Have you guys been on a flight where somebody came to you and asked you to swap seats with them for any reason?
Yeah.
That was, my last flight.
Right.
When I was
What'd
returning.
they say to you, Sabrina? What did they say to you when they asked you to swap?
So this was right before I left for Italy. Remember, there was I had gotten hey, we switched planes, so you're not going to get the thing that you paid extra for.
Mm-hmm.
And then that ended up working out. But right before they were to depart, some lady came up to me and was like, can we switch so my husband is next to me? And just the way that it was said and the hubbub of it all and just me not processing, I was like, I was up and I had switched with her. And then upon sitting in the seat that was right behind my row, I was like, I think I just got screwed over a little bit.
This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. What percentage?
He's so excited you got screwed over.
I'm not excited that you got screwed over.
Not the
I'm
first
excited that you have the perfect experience for this exact story. How much of you saying to this couple, sure, I'll switch so you guys can sit together, how much of that decision was solely based on, I know this is going to get awkward if I just say no?
I would say my initial saying it's like second nature almost. Like I'm going to be cordial, and if I say no, I would say 75%.
Yes, I think that is the case so much, and we're kind of socially forced in these situations to switch with people. Kiss my ass. I don't have to switch with you.
I know, and I realized that as soon as I sat in her seat. I mean, it ended up working out just fine because it was still in the same section, but it was I give her the credit where it seemed almost like I was supposed to, like the way that it was like, it wasn't, can you please do me a favor? This is where my husband's sitting and then I'm supposed to be here. Would you mind if we just switch? Like, that's one thing, but then it almost felt like a flight attendant was talking to me, and then I realized it was not.
Like from an official stance, and you're going, well, I can't really say no to this. Don't get me wrong. I would have done exactly what Sabrina did. I would have done exactly the same thing because you're in this social trap where somebody comes up to you.
Kiss my ass?
Well, I want to say kiss my ass, but the social arrangements aren't there yet. We have to have this argument to make kiss my ass okay. Because everybody would go, if Sabrina goes, no, I'd rather not switch seats with you. Thank you very much. Now the woman's going to go, it's not a big deal. You just sit here and I'll sit there. All you have to do is switch seats. Boy, look at this lady. She won't switch with us. And now you're the monster. She's making you look bad because you won't. You're inconveniencing me, lady. All right? I'm not the bad person here. But we just do it because of the social pressures that we face if we don't do it. And now Sabrina's stuck in the middle seat. Now the other couple, they're happy. They're together. And if you would have said no, guarantee you, people around you would have been like, how rude. How rude. She wouldn't just move over for this person. She wouldn't just do this.
But I was this close to I asked the guy next to me. I was like, I feel like I just got a little screwed over, guys.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go say something. And they're like, no.
Don't do it.
You really, and I'm like, you're right. It is going to be a whole thing, I guess. But it worked out just fine.
So, wait, you had an aisle seat before, or you had a window seat? Which you prefer?
I prefer an aisle seat.
Same.
But it was also, I was in the front row, which does not have the convenient behind the chair TV, but it does have significantly more leg room.
Yeah.
Like, they could really stretch out because it's the divider between us and then the super, super rich people with the pods.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 10-hour flight.
Right. So your seating is more important than ever. Where you're going to stay if you're
I was also so happy that I wasn't, I got what I paid for seat versus what I thought was going to happen. And I think all of that hubbub just had me say yes and be a little sheep.
Yes, if some lady was brave enough to ask me to move out of the row with more legroom.
But you're very tall, though. I don't think that you would be the one that they approach because there's 3 other people in my row, or 2 other people, rather. I had an empty seat next to me.
If they approached C-Lane, you would do it. Would you say no? If some woman was like, I need to sit next to my husband, you're by yourself right now.
Now. I feel like now I wouldn't. I don't know. I got to see. It has to be nuance, I guess, situational.
No. Let's make it as clear as can. The problem is that you have all these other things in your head. You go, I'm lucky that I got on the flight. I'm excited. I'm going to Italy. I got a decent seat here. I'm going to be off and running in a little bit. So you're thinking all these positive things. And then you go, well, is it too much of a big deal for me to switch seats? Their problem is not your problem. They are entering that into the equation. And these people who do this act like they deserve access to your seat. No, you don't, but we all just do it. And I bet C-Lane, some lady comes up, I need to sit next to my husband. Would you mind switching with me? You're alone. You're going to say no to that woman?
Not with those long legs.
If I was in the good row and they wanted me to move to a worse seat?
Yep.
I don't think so, no.
I think you would say yes.
How would you go? No, thank you. What do you say?
No. I'd be like, I'm sorry. I'm pretty large here.
See, that's the thing. I can't say that. I can't say, well, sorry. Actually, this is the best spot for me, and because I'm 6'7". So I haven't stood up for you yet, but trust me, I'm super tall.
The hippie Woe Vicky on Twitch says flight attendants can't even ask people to move seats unless it's for weight and balance, or they can ask them to move if they move to an upgraded seat without asking. Otherwise, you're not allowed to do this. This is just passenger to passenger. And I want to play with this woman's circumstances because she is so in the right. And all these people who are coming at her saying that she's a monster are incredibly wrong. So we'll hear from her next. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Why follow Real Radio on Instagram? Because we want to send you to see the Tampa Bay Bucks in an upcoming home game. Each week this NFL season, you have a chance to win tickets. Check our feed at Real Radio 1041 on Instagram.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
Hoping your day is a great one right now. The heaviest delay on the major highways and roads of Orlando is, of course, I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535 and also World Drive. But due to incidents, there are delays. I-Drive, that's at the intersection of Sand Lake Road, and Conway Road northbound near Judge Road, that's at Quando Drive. Right now, thankfully, the Greenway is clear and no issues on the Turnpike. If you see any traffic issues, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on everything you need to refresh your wardrobe and home for fall. Get low prices every day on unique finds at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macysbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
New South Window lives southern weather, and our products are designed to keep the intense heat out and the cool air in. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
For a limited time only, save 35% off on New South windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio to learn more.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to tell me the name of a country without the letter A in its name. You know it? Text your answer to 96551 and you will get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name and go on a 5-day cruise. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to tell me a country without the letter A in its name and get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals included, plus 4 days in Orlando for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. This is not a contest. It is a paid advertising by Guarantee Media with the purpose of soliciting sales on vacation ownership and not affiliated with iHeartRadio. Some terms and conditions apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Veterans Day sale, save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed, plus free home delivery with any base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
2025s are here. It's the model year-end event at Southernland Nissan Orlando. Check out the bold and colorful new 2025 Kicks or used cars from $8,968. And your credit problems are no problem at Southernland Nissan Orlando, home with a lifetime warranty. Plus tax and fees with approved credit.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hands, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup-ditioners. Air Cup-ditioners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern-style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the...
If you want to learn more about myself, Sabrina, or C-Lane, or the show in general, you can go over to the website or even join us with the dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. What are you laughing at, C-Lane? What's going on over there?
Just watching some sketches.
Oh, yeah. Just over there catching up on Saturday Night Live?
I was scrolling through X because I still had the page up when we were talking about Rob Reiner earlier, he was trending on Twitter. And then I was just going through and it was like, oh, an old Dave Chappelle sketch.
Which one was it?
It was after the 2016 election.
Oh, there you go.
I've seen a lot of people posting that. It's
really funny because it's a group of friends watching the 2016 election, and they're all saying stuff about that. Most of them are standing. Dave Chappelle's on the couch, and they're all saying stuff like, oh, well, if we get this, we'll do this. And Dave Chappelle's like, really? All right. You guys ever been to America? Oh, we got Vermont. Oh, 3 votes. Sweet. Yeah, look at us go.
A little bigger than Dixville Notch, but not by much over at Vermont. I know I was born there. I'm allowed to say these things about Vermont. Speaking of that, real quick, remember the person who sent the video dispatch at the end of the show yesterday, and then we couldn't hear him?
It was in like a really nice, like mountainous-looking area.
Yeah. And I go, I want to know what was going on with this guy. And Chill Bill is his name, and he resent in his dispatch, and I watched it after the show, and I was laughing. I was like, oh, man, I wish I would have played that. So while we're talking about this, and before we get into the topic that I want to dive into, let's listen to Chill Bill.
All right, what's up, y'all? I am on top of a mountain, but I'm on top of a mountain out here in Sean's hometown, Vermont. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here for like 3 days, and I ain't seen no other black people yet, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys can see, it's very beautiful out here.
There he goes.
Wait, should I print out a new map and then see if just of Vermont?
All right, you got your map? You got the map
I do,
there.
but here's the thing. I got to, as I said it, I found it.
Okay, you got something? All right, we'll explain what's going on here. All right,
this is exactly what the budget for office supplies is for.
All right, keep that to the side. We'll talk about what's happening with this map Sabrina has here momentarily. Now let's dive in to the story that I want to get your opinion on. And that is when you're on a flight, we were talking about how people come up to you sometimes and they say, hey, would you mind? Can we switch seats with you so I could sit next to my husband? Can we switch seats with you so me and my child can sit next to each other? And there's varying degrees to the power of those arguments.
Absolutely. But children, I would say even, that is understandable.
Yeah, the last time this happened to me, it was a child. It was a dad that was like, hey, can you sit by my son? He's a little bit older. My daughter is by herself, and this is her, I don't know if her first time flying, but it was something like that. I was like, yeah, no problem, man.
So you did it. So you're saying, C-Lane, from your perspective, if someone comes up to you and they have a child with them, this is perfect. You have a child with them, you will switch seats with them, and you won't complain about it.
I would like it to not be an inferior seat to the one I had before.
But you'll do it. But you're willing to do it.
Circumstantially, yes.
Okay. I'm, on the other hand, saying F them kids. They're going to have to learn one way or another how it is to fly by themselves.
All right, I just want to get this as straight as I can. So, C-Line, you would be okay with switching for a kid.
The lack of chuckle makes me want to just reiterate that was a joke.
but C-Line, you would be less receptive to somebody who goes, I'm on a flight with somebody else. Could you switch seats so I could sit next to the person I'm flying with?
Yeah, I would be less receptive to any situation where they're taking me away from my aisle seat or or it's some sort, it's somehow less for me.
Okay, and Sabrina is saying this happened to her recently.
Yes.
And somebody said, can you switch so my husband and I could sit next to each other? And sort of begrudgingly, she switched to the inferior seat, but felt like, why do I have these social pressures to say yes to this when this wasn't a good trade for me?
But it was also a very skilled way of, it wasn't so much an ask as much as the tone made it seem like she was a flight attendant until I really, once I was in the crappier seat, I was like, she's not a flight attendant.
You almost felt like you had to do it.
I did. It did happen once before. And this is the most ideal situation. Right before takeoff, someone taps me on the shoulder. They're sitting right behind me, and they say, is there any chance you'd be able to switch? Because my husband wants to sit next to me. He's in first class. And they'd even finish the phrase first class before I was like, yep, no problem. And I got to fly first class for the first and last time ever.
Yeah, that everybody's going to be good with. Okay, here's this woman. She's getting a torrent of hate online for her decision. I argue this woman was 100% in the right, and we need to stop shaming people for stuff like this.
Okay, really quick, because she said something that distracted me. They tapped you to move you to first class right before takeoff?
Right before. So
that husband still got the pre-flight drink.
Oh, of course he did.
That asshole still.
But then I had 6 of them for a 3-hour flight.
All right, back to the woman.
Here she is.
The absolute, worst person to sit next to on an airplane, I think I just met them. So I feel like this has been a big debate on TikTok recently, which is if you're sitting in a seat and someone with a family comes up to you and says hey, will you switch? Do you switch or not? And I'm my philosophy is look, if it's a mom and a dad or a mom or whatever, and she's little kids, even though it's annoying and you would hope they would have planned better, obviously, I'm gonna give up my seat. You have little children, it's not a big deal. I remember people giving up their seats for me and my brother when I was younger so we could be next to our parents. I get it. I'll definitely hesitate more if I'm giving up a window or an aisle seat for a middle. That will make me think.
All right, so these are all the things we discussed. You don't want to downgrade. If somebody has an aisle seat and then they say, will you switch with my aisle seat so I can sit next to the person I'm flying with? No big deal. That's not really inconveniencing me too much. I'll do it. But it's about when the trade is not fair. And she's got a twist in her.
Normally, people don't ask you to do that. Tonight, I not only got asked to give up my window seat so that I could sit in a middle seat, but the quote unquote family that asked me to do this was a mother and her son. Her son had to be a minimum of 16 or 17 years old. This man's was 6'4", talking on the phone to his girlfriend the entire time we were boarding. This was not her child. This was her kid, but he's an adult.
Right. Very, very different, I think, this circumstance. If you got a little kid, you got to take care of the little kid. So I'll help you out switching seats with you on the flight and you can watch the kid. Otherwise, maybe I'll even be stuck sitting next to the kid, which I don't like.
And babysitting. No, thank you.
But when your son is a grown-ass man, you don't need to sit next to him on the flight.
No.
He's 16 or 17 years old. He'll be fine. You sit in one place, he'll sit in another. You'll be absolutely fine.
But here's mom's way of thinking. She's like, it's the only time that he's not going to have access to that dang phone.
Right.
He's going to have to talk to me for 4 hours.
What would you do, everybody? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit send a dispatch our way. Courtney pops into the studio as we're talking about this story. And Courtney, she goes, I would absolutely not move. And I go, you would say no? And she goes, yeah, I would say no. It's about fairness. And I would say no. And I go, no way. If somebody came up to you and said, excuse me, ma'am, my little kid needs to sit next to me. And can you just swap seats with me? And you're going to say no? And she goes, yeah, I would say no. I said, you would say no. And I walk out there and I asked her to do something. I said, before you leave, can you do a pool test? Can you do the pool test to see how everything's going? And she said no and shut the door. I was like, well, she will say no.
And what did you say?
I said, okay, I'll do it after the show. I will accomplish that task later. But this woman sparked a huge debate after refusing to give up her plane seat so another passenger could sit next to her son. The problem is the son wasn't some kid. He's a teenager, for God's sake. That makes everything different. Let's go over to you. Let's see what you think. Here's Okie Afterbirth with a dispatch.
Oh, wow.
Hey, junkies. So speaking about giving up your seat or being asked about seats and whatnot on planes, so every year I have to go out to Vegas for a couple times for different like work conferences and whatnot.
Cool.
And it's always a pretty big party the night before everyone leaves. So wasn't in the best state of mind. May have been slightly paranoid for reasons and whatnot. So as I was walking down the aisle of the plane, I got slightly caught off guard when this mother and daughter that were sitting in the
In the what?
In the
what?
He disappeared.
No.
Oh, come on, man.
God, what a
I was
teaser.
vested.
Same.
this mother and daughter that were sitting in the
No, it just cuts off there. So he said the mother and the daughter that were sitting in the, and then he says, I realized the mom isn't moving to sit next to her daughter. I spent the next 4.5 hours regretting every single minute of that interaction. From that point on, I've never given up my seat for any reason for anybody, he says. You say that, but it's not about the thing you're being asked, because you're going to have gut reactions to the thing you're being asked. But like so many other things in life, it's about the social pressures around this conversation. So it's not just you say no and the person goes, okay, fine. It's you say no and everybody around you thinks you're a jerk and then you have to stew in that for a flight. Sabrina had like a 7-hour flight or something. 10-hour flight. So it's not like you stew in it for 40 minutes on the way to some city that's right next to you in a little puddle jumper flight, and then it's over with. It's 10 hours of your day.
Yes, and had I said no, I would be sitting next to the lady who I said no to for 10 hours.
So you're screwed. That's just not a good situation. Your responses, what would they be? Here's Lumpy Beaver with us.
Good afternoon, junkies.
Hey.
Lumpy Beaver here. Talking about the flight switching seats business. If I bought a seat, I'm not switching that seat. I paid for it. And they all have the opportunity to select a seat and pay for it.
On most
airlines. They just don't want to pay.
Everyone's
then they get on the plane
now.
and go, oh, will you switch with me? No, not if I paid for the seat. If I didn't pay, yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I think Sabrina's right where you go. You could say this on a dispatch, but you got to be the person who stands up and goes, actually, and does the thing where people are going to be like, wow, what a jerk. Jeez, it doesn't seem like a big inconvenience.
And you come off a certain way, or they respond even more intensely, and immediately you are another person losing their mind on a plane. Look at this Karen.
In-flight breakdown. All right, we'll get to more of those as the show rolls on today. Right now, Paul emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. One of our side quests today on the show is the squirrel census. The question came up, and we said, is there a squirrel in every state in the United States of America? And we have a list going. Sabrina has a map, a squirrel map.
There it
we
is.
got New York. There
Okay,
it is.
so
New York,
doing
Florida,
this
and
live.
Tennessee.
And we're just going by states.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yep,
don't
New
you
York-
dare say, well, I live in New York, but I haven't seen a squirrel. We're not doing that.
No, we need people to go, hey, I can confirm there are squirrels in this state. And Paul emails, and he's from Minnesota. He says, effing lousy with squirrels here in Minnesota. They got them all over the place.
Okay, lousy.
Yeah, all over the place in Minnesota. So Paul is confirming in Minnesota, thank you, Paul, for listening, that they have squirrels there. So we can mark them down as well. Nobody emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Nobody's asking for some advice. Well, we can do that. We've been known to give out some advice around here from time to time.
Yeah, remember Ask Sabby and, what was it, Krabby and Flabby?
Yep. Yeah, we did that. We used to take your questions. We'll do this. We'll answer nobody's question and give the advice out as best we can when we return. Also, we'll get to more of your dispatches. Again, that's just an easy way for you to join us and get your thoughts, comments, whatever you want to say. Just check in with us. Send your dispatch, either video or audio dispatch, over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. We'll get to that advice when we come back.
Real quick, though. This is starting to look real fun.
Oh, look at I like it. All right, we got little squirrels on all the states where
I
people
can't wait
have
to get
chimed
the email
in.
from corporate. Hey, we just want to know why you printed 60 tiny images of squirrels, please.
It has to be done. Okay, we'll be back with all of that and a whole lot more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Russ is going to look like a bologna roll in this red suit.
Yeah.
A bologna roll.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
Hoping your day is a great one right now. The heaviest delay on the major highways and roads of Orlando is, of course, I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535 and also World Drive. But due to incidents, there are delays. I-Drive, that's at the intersection of Sand Lake Road, and Conway Road northbound near Judge Road, that's at Quando Drive. Right now, thankfully, the Greenway is clear and no issues on the Turnpike. If you see any traffic issues, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by thenicklygroup.com.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenicklygroup.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
The Orlando Magic will host 2 Emirates NBA Cup games at the Kia Center. See the team on Tuesday, November 12th against the Charlotte Hornets, and Friday, November 15th against the Philadelphia 76ers. Tickets at orlandomagic.com/NBA Cup.
We all think about buying a house instead of renting, right? But did you ever realize you're renting your electricity every single month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching prices rise every year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? I started with my pool heater going solar, and now I'm thrilled with Solar Source's pay-as-you-go system, where I can save each month starting at only $99. Now, Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984 and over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They are the company I trust. Are you ready to stop renting your electricity? Switch to Solar Source today and start owning your own power. Switch to Solar Source today by going to solarsource.com/monster. Honestly, going Solar Source has been the best thing we've done all year. I absolutely love the company, and you save more money when you tell them you know Russ Rollins. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to tell me the name of a country without the letter A in its name. You know it? Text your answer to 96551 and you will get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name and go on a 5-day cruise. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to tell me a country without the letter A in its name and get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals included, plus 4 days in Orlando for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. This is not a contest. It is a paid advertising by Guarantee Media with the purpose of soliciting sales on vacation ownership and not affiliated with iHeartRadio. Some terms and conditions apply.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Get up to a 30% upfront bonus to use for your retirement income, or up to 12% per year to help grow your retirement income. Whether you're in retirement or will be retiring within 10 years, Trajan Wealth can offer some of the highest guarantees in the business. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know no one wants to work forever. We all need to retire someday, and I know you've worked hard for your money, so now is the time to guarantee it. Take advantage of up to a 30% upfront bonus for your retirement income, or up to 12% per year for retirement income. Don't woulda, shoulda, coulda. Get up to a 30% bonus just for opening an account, or up to 12% per year for retirement income. Don't leave your retirement to chance. Retire the right way, the Trajan way, with Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states says Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
The free iHeart app goes everywhere you do, because it's always on your phone and ready for whatever you're in the mood for. Even better, when you plug your phone into Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, the app becomes part of the dash with a seamless way to listen to your favorite radio stations, the latest must-hear podcast, or a custom playlist to get you focused. And with the holidays on the horizon, the app makes the perfect shopping companion while you search for the ultimate parking spot.
There it is.
Try Apple CarPlay or Android Auto with the iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio. The Big Bang Theory, tonight at 7, only on CW18.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS, BILLS, BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Spending some time with us. And if you want to spend some more, you can always subscribe to the podcast. It is a free, FREE, and available at thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Somebody wants some advice. We can give some advice out. I've got some life experience. So does Sabrina. So does C-Line. We can help you out, perhaps, with some advice. Here goes advice. Nobody emails tips at thenewsjunkie.com. I need your advice, Sean. I've been with my girlfriend for 4 years, and we were even talking about marriage. Although she's not a huge Kamala supporter, but she voted for her anyway because she believed that her women's rights would be violated, or women's rights would be violated. So she started unfriending people on her Facebook that voted for Trump. Now, to bring you back, I was talking about the great unfriending, sort of this thing happening right now on social media profiles where people who didn't like the outcome of the election.
Facebook,
and they
Instagram,
go,
Twitter, y'all see this?
not only am I mad, but I'm telling you, if you voted for Trump, unfollow me. Unfollow me on this platform. I don't want to be friends with you anymore. That's what he's referring to, the great unfriending. He said, now I'm of Haitian descent, but I'm not real thrilled about Trump ever since the dog and cat eating stuff, okay? But at the last minute, I decided to vote for Trump because I personally felt like he would be better for the economy. And I believe that he would take us out of the wars that we are in. Well, Kamala said she would not change a thing, and we should be sending more of our taxpayers' money to other countries. She sent me a message asking me who I voted for, and I've not answered her yet. I don't know if I should lie to her or if I should tell her the truth, and then potentially we break up. What do you do in this situation? Because I don't want to lose her, and I don't want to lie to her, says nobody. Tough one right now. Is there any way you can wait for your response? Like give it a good month or so and then fire off a reaction there?
I mean, if it's eating you up, I think the overall idea of holding on to a lie and there is a trust that is established that you might as well just tell her the truth.
I think the truth is better than even little white lies.
Yes.
Because little white lies stack up. And sometimes they give you stress just thinking about, I lied. And you are so much better off in just going, look, here's the deal. And explain to the person who you voted for. And I'll be honest with you, I think a person who would break up with you just because of who you voted for, maybe that's not the person you want to be with for a long time anyways. Maybe that's not the person that you're meant to be with if that causes a rift in your relationship.
And despite the intensity, we'll call it, of this election and how politics have been since, I would say, 2016, there are other more important and parts of your relationship that you love, and that build the foundation of your relationship. Now, this shall pass. And hopefully not be the main topic of conversation for a long time, but it is worth, if she asked, lying is just going to build up. It is, it's the barnacle where you could just have a nice clean boat. If you know what I'm saying. I would
suggest this though. Maybe this is a thing you could do. Sometimes if somebody asks you a question that you don't want to answer because you think it's going to create a rift between the two of you, you can always redirect. So if she said, hey, who did you vote for in this election?
How much money do you make?
We got to go to break.
That's so
we
funny.
don't. Look at the
We have
timer.
actually so much time.
There's a lot of time.
So if you look down at the text message, now it's not like she just texted you and the pressure is on. It's like respond. You're saying she texted you some time ago and you have not responded just yet. The problem is you now have that question sitting there and you got to bump that off the screen so she'll forget about it. So think about something that she likes. Like maybe she likes going to a particular restaurant. Text her and go, hey, I was thinking about going to Houston's tonight. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Would you like to go there? Is that somewhere you'd like to go?
I'd hold down my text message and then the little pop-up with the question mark would come up and I'd click that.
Mm-hmm.
And say, yeah, I love that. But can you answer the question?
My wife would reply to her own text message with those side eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, but it's worth at least trying. If you could redirect, if you said, you want to go to Houston's tonight, babe? And she goes,
cool, yeah, we'll do it at Houston's in the public.
I do want to go to Houston's. That sounds fantastic. And then you go to another question. You go, we haven't been on vacation in a while. I know this is starting to get expensive. We should really go somewhere. And then, where do you want to go? And the question it disappears. It disappears, and she forgets that you didn't answer that.
Yeah, she'll totally forget because of all the expensive things that you're dangling in front of her face.
If you confuse people by talking about other stuff, sometimes they forget the original question that they asked. Angel on YouTube says, I am divorcing my husband because of who he voted for. Now I'm looking for a rich, old man that I can control, even if it means changing his diapers. It's a long way to go.
I mean,
for
if
that
he's
kind of
rich,
outcome.
I would say perhaps talk about getting someone you could pay.
Professional help? Yeah. Tips of the newsjunkie.com and anonymous emails. You can always be anonymous. Just put that on top.
Dear
of
Sean,
your email.
how much money do you make?
No, this says, Sean.
How would you like to
I'm
go to
pretty
Houston's?
furious. I'm pretty furious with how one of my 13-year-old's teachers handled this election with their students. After picking my son up from school yesterday, I asked him if they talked about the election a lot at school. He replied that his history teacher, a black female, told the class that, quote, all of the Mexicans will be deported and all of the black people are going back into slavery, unquote. When people on the street say this, I brush it off as ignorance, but I feel like somebody should not be allowed to teach this dumbassery to our children. I'm giving myself at least 24 hours to cool off before bringing it up to the school or the school board. My son is white, a quarter Hispanic actually, and goes to a school that is predominantly Hispanic and black. Am I overreacting? I feel like this teacher should be talked to and given a warning. I'm not calling for her job. Thanks, Anonymous. I can see why that would be frustrating. You hear that the teachers who have an influence on these kids are saying things. Obviously, that's a very radical statement that she's suggesting. And I don't even think, he said the kid's 13 and a history teacher. If a history teacher at 13 is getting into politics, that's not so bad. History and politics are very adjacent. I have the bigger problems when it's like a math teacher and the math teacher is trying to inject politics into the classroom to brainwash the little kids to whatever their viewpoint is. But history and politics,
But could be creative in a funny math question.
there's some crossover there at the very least. I could
Steve
see.
building 3 walls, but
How many Mexicans can you block with a border wall that goes this long is not a question that should be injected into the curriculum. But in history, she's wrong. The woman's wrong. That's crazy to say. That's a radical opinion to say like black people are going back into slavery because of the results of this election. It's a fine line because if you could say that if you let this pass, it goes by and the teacher just shuts up about this, they were just upset because they wanted Kamala Harris to win and it'll go away and she won't do this anymore, fine. But if it keeps happening, if you heard again that this was coming up, then I would say something. Because I think a lot of other people have sat back for a long time and then all of a sudden we get teachers thinking that they could just run hog wild. They need to be focused on what they're supposed to teach the kids in each of these classrooms. Tanya on YouTube says, oh my God, don't show your ass to the teacher. That kid is going to hate you, mom or not. If this anonymous person, if they reach out to the school and say, hey, this is what happened in the classroom and I'm not happy with this, will the teacher know which parent complained? Is that how it works?
Not if they do it anonymously.
Yeah, maybe there's a way to do that. If you could do that, make it not attached to your kid at all. Because if your kid is attached to it, then it's going to make things very awkward in that classroom for them. So this is one of those things like, what do you let go and what do you not let go? But what do you think? We can work in your advice to this person and the previous question as well, because we have a little thing we call dispatches. Video, audio, whatever you want to send us, get your comments on the show. So what's your reaction? Let us know. Head on over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com, on your phone, on your laptop, on whatever you got going on, and record your dispatch right now. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Move over election. It's Christmas. And on the first day, AI comes down the chimney. This week in entertainment stealing, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and more are being sued for stealing. And Dorothy's slippers are up for auction after being stolen. Plus, Dookie, the original version, to be released on Dookie, the dog's butt version. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a look at your forecast on this Thursday. And today we're off to a warm, muggy, soupy start to our day. Overall pretty dry, but we are going to be expecting just a couple of isolated showers this morning and into the early afternoon. Otherwise, drier air will continue to filter in as we head throughout the end of this week and into the start of the weekend. Afternoon highs today and into the weekend will stay right around the mid-80s, well above normal for this time of year. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works. The specialists at Aspire Allergy and Sinus make it easy by identifying the problem and creating a custom plan to tackle it. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
Pride fans, the league has been put on notice as your Orlando Pride have broken record after record this year. It's time to shift our focus to the 2024 NWSL playoffs as the squad is set to kick off their playoff campaign on Friday, November 8th at 8 p.m. against the Chicago Red Stars. Tickets are on sale now. Head to orlando-pride.com/tickets to grab yours today.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. At Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale, get a king for the price of a queen and a free adjustable base with select Sealy beds, all with a low price guarantee. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Granger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Granger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. 816. That's how many times you hear my voice a month on the station telling you should hire my law firm. Now that seems like a big number, but it doesn't compare to the other 50,000 commercials you hear. So hopefully I'm less irritating than the rest of us. Be well. Contact us at oneunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333, offices Orlando.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will. When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the...
Through the aftermath, telling you everything you need to know about the aftermath of the election and squirrels. I got some more to add to that, by the way. A lot of people checking in, so we'll add some more. I don't want to throw it at you now. We got to do the next episode, and then afterwards we can add these other sightings and get everything all locked in. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Hey, New York, Squirrel here.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. He's the mortgage squirrel. As far as he's making sure your nuts stay where they belong. And by nuts, I mean that's the currency that squirrels use.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a little fun fact about squirrels. They bury the nuts that they collect. And then as soon as it's buried, they completely forget where they buried it. So,
Ooh, bad strategy. Yeah.
So they're constantly working.
Basically me. It's basically, that's exactly what I would be as a squirrel.
Oh, I was about to say, you don't know where you're...
No, I know where those are.
Any hoodles, thatmortgageguydawn.com is where you get started the process of refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, perhaps expanding your business, HELOCs, and reverse mortgages, and everything in between. Start the process with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
It was 33 years ago, 1991. This guy right here.
Oh, Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman is right, and it was on this day in history that he pled no contest to charges of very indecent exposure. He had been arrested in Sarasota, Florida for exposing his penis in a naughty movie theater. 2 points if you know the name of the movie theater.
Oh, you do this every year?
Actually, no, what I do every year is the name of the film.
Oh.
Which I believe does not have a sexy title. We were surprised, and I'm forgetting it now, too. Isn't it like Evil Shark or something like that? Pee Wee Herman, adult movie theater movie. Boom. The Scandal. Oh, my God.
Scandal. All right. What movie theater was it? Was it solely an adult movie theater?
Yes, it was. There was semen everywhere.
Flicks with 2X. That's my guess.
Flicks with 3 X's.
That is correct. That's what I was looking for. 3. No, the movie, I forget the name of it, and of course I'm getting an ad block, but I just caught the title of the film, which was Tiger Shark.
Tiger Shark. All right.
Oh, yeah. So may he rest in peace. Hopefully exposing himself with nobody giving him any.
I keep forgetting that he's dead. That's sad.
Yeah. It was just last month that I believe I brought this up on the show for the anniversary, ready? 20th anniversary of Dookie. Green Day had released all of the songs on a bunch of different impractical ways of listening to music.
That's right.
It was low-quality formats, from a doorbell to a Game Boy cartridge, a floppy disk, and more. Now, this
the Game Boy cartridge seems like it would be worth some money.
It would, but also, do you have to have a Game Boy, I imagine? Did they send the Game Boy with it? So, Belushi Speedball, are you familiar?
No.
That is a band, and this is maybe an early Today I Learned. They came up with the quirky music release on things that don't often play music idea, and they are so mad that Green Day took their idea. They compared it to their own line of unconventional record releases in a written statement that was released just after I guess, results of the election. Here at Belushi Speedball Incorporated, we pride ourselves in the artisan crafting of our handmade merchandise items, which over the years we have provided the fans with albums on Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 64, Sega CD, VHS, Furbies, Pizza, 8-tracks, and Teddy Ruxpin, which we have busted our butts to get noticed by the masses. And in one single swoop, Green Day comes in and instantly is revered as an innovative merch genius. Is this how getting ripped off feels? Oh. So in a response, Belushi Speedball have released their song, This Is the Peak, taken from their latest album, Stelkira, in a piece of doggy doo-doo. Literally.
How do you do that?
Doggy poop. I unfortunately did not send you a picture of it, but I imagine a quick Google of Belushi Speedball Dookie song, piece of Labrador poop to be exact, and a bowl of resin. So, resin, the that art material that kind of just solidifies everything in its place. They took Labrador poop and they put resin on it, and then I guess at some point you'd be able to listen to the song. I don't know if it was made into a vinyl.
They press it into a phonograph?
Yeah, one-of-one release, available via eBay, and it's the band's dog poop.
All right.
It has reached bids as of this writing.
It sounds doable. I went as a kid to a zoo once where you could put a couple bucks in a machine and it would make you like a figurine of one of the zoo animals, and they claim that it was made out of poop.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like it was how they recycled it.
I never saw that machine. I just did the flattened pennies one.
Well, that I did too.
I'm not finding this on eBay. I see other stuff by Belushi Speedball, but I do not see any of the poop.
As of this writing, the bids were up to $11.50.
Oh, wow,
so maybe
it's skyrocketing. I'm looking at this. Here's the Green Day Dookie on the Game Boy cartridge. It's selling for $5,000.
Oh, please, that person's not getting $5,000 for that.
Well, the thing is, though, that was a lottery. The whole thing.
Was it?
Yeah. So they had it was sold to fans via lucky draw, where chosen entrants were given the option to purchase the Game Boy or the Teddy Ruxpin and all of that.
This is kind of cool. They did something for each song, and they did Dookie.
Are you talking about Green Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I shared that story.
Sorry.
Belushi Speedball is the one that's mad because they've been doing
They
this.
ripped them off, yeah.
And so they're saying F you by putting their new song on Dookie.
So this says 4 out of 25, and then it says track 5. Like the Game Boy cartridge has, I guess, track 5 from the album on it, and there's only 25 of them that exist.
Yeah, but you can't. You need a Game Boy in order to play
You
it.
do. Yeah, that's a good collectible, though.
Very much so. Sometimes collectibles are stolen, and that is my segue into, it was decades long, of who the hell stole the ruby slippers, one of the pairs, from the Wizard of Oz. Now, it was just, I think, earlier this year that they found the actual guy who stole it. And it was nearly 2 decades after the thief stole the iconic shoes, convinced they were adorned with real jewels. They were not. And they caught his ass. And what a better way to celebrate the ruby slippers being returned to their home by selling them off via auction.
Oh, that's big.
Yes, it is. I guess the online bidding has started. It'll end December 7th through Heritage Auctions in Dallas.
Good timing because Wicked comes out in 2 weeks.
That's right.
So they're playing off of that a little bit.
They're not real jewels. These are just one of the shoes that were worn during the 1939 musical. I guess Michael Shaw to be exact, the memorabilia collector, had loaned the shoes in 2005 to the Judy Garland Museum in Minnesota. And then that summer, somebody stole them, smashed through the display case, saying, "These must be real jewels." And no one could find them for 20 years up until recently, after an FBI investigation.
Wow.
So now they could be yours. And according to the AP, there is a, quote, notable bidder that is putting some decent money into these ruby slippers.
Huh.
So there you have it. I don't know if these will be in a museum or up for auction. And by these, I mean just one thing. Everyone was under the impression, because I thought this was kind of like a legality thing, correct me if I'm wrong, when it came to seeing peen in the television shows and in the movies, that was all prosthetics.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes
Is it
they use a fake
sometimes?
one.
Like,
I don't think it's all the time. I think, like, for instance, what's the one with Jason
Sudeikis.
How I Met Your Mother?
Oh,
Segel.
Segel.
Jason Segel.
that was his real peen.
Yeah, he was actually naked in the movie.
Didn't he like warn his family or something? Like, by the way,
I hope so.
So, I guess this will be no skin off your peen because it has now been revealed for some reason Barry Keegan's real penis was featured in Saltburn. Everybody, yeah. So I guess as long as it's not aroused, you can just expose yourself.
Yeah, you could expose it both ways, I think.
And of all the things that we saw in that movie, Saltburn, I found this scene to be a lot of fun. But he was fully nude, dancing throughout the house after, spoiler alert, murdering everybody.
Yeah.
And he has now shared with the world that he didn't use a prosthetic. That was all me. On the boob tube, we have football, baby.
Yeah.
Who's playing, Sean? Right. Against the Ravens.
The Ravens. Yep, the Ravens.
We also have 5 gold rings on Hallmark. Get your popcorn ready. My Old Ass on Amazon.
My Old Ass?
Yeah, it's a coming-of-age comedy. And
I thought you said mild ass.
My Old Ass versus...
All right.
How's your ass today? Well, it's a little mild.
Rather hot. And you can catch Don Johnson on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. But most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Adding to the Squirrel census that we're currently doing as a side quest today
Thank God.
on the show. A friend of mine, Sean Wheeler, emails. He says he is in Delaware. He can confirm where he lives in Delaware. There are squirrels. They do indeed have squirrels. We're trying to see if they're...
taking his word for it because he's your friend?
I'm taking all these people's word for it.
And he lives there?
Yeah, he lives there. He lives in Delaware. That's what we need. We need people who live in the state, currently in the state, and then you go, I can tell you without a doubt we have squirrels here, so we can do our squirrel census.
All right, so we have Delaware. Got
Delaware checks in, and Elena says we have squirrels here in Wisconsin. So we got Wisconsin checking in. We're going to need to put some squirrels on the map for both those states. Ryan emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. We got squirrels in Maryland, he says.
All right.
Maryland as well. So we got
I just
3
feel like people
new
are not going to
states.
start sending emails, and there has to be some sort of proof that you live there. Maybe share your location, like a screenshot of you on the map there.
Mm-hmm.
You trying to data mine these people?
Always.
And
We're
just
always
do me,
trying to data.
yeah. And then if you want, just send a little bit of
How about
like
this?
your mother's maiden name. Or,
Yeah, how about this? How about when they send in the email confirming that there are squirrels in their state, they tell us the state that they're in, say that there are squirrels there, and tell us one fact about your state
okay,
that you
that's
wouldn't
Googleable,
know
man.
if you didn't live there. So we just need to confirm all of this. If we have them putting their location, nobody's going to be able to confirm this in all of these states. It's too many hurdles. We need to make it easy for them. So just try to verify.
Creating more hurdles for us.
No, this is not. It's just email me, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com, and tell me if there are squirrels in your state
All right,
and where.
I'll add to the map. This is
you are.
exciting.
Okay, we got a couple more to add when we come back, and some more emails with people asking some advice. We'll get to those, of course. I want to talk about the conspiracy that is swirling around out there right now. Man, is this really taking hold very quickly. That plus, can't wait to get into this story. There is, right now, officials are panicking because there is a situation on the ground in South Carolina where a medical lab had some animals escape. Okay. And the animals have gone every which way. And I'll tell you all the details about this medical lab animal escape. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com. What's happening? Hoping your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535 and also World Drive, but you should know that there is an incident that has 2 lanes blocked, causing a delay eastbound on the Beach Line. That's approaching exit 9 Conway Road. Give yourself a little extra time there. Westbound we're clear. No issues on the 408 or the Greenway, and thankfully the Turnpike is clear too. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Surf's up in Cocoa Beach for the National Kidney Foundation's 39th annual Rich Salick Surf Fest. Saturday, November 9th through Monday, November 11th. Join Jack Bradshaw from the Jim Colbert Show and watch hundreds of competitive surfers in pro and amateur divisions, live entertainment.
I served my country honorably in the Marine Corps, and for almost 3 decades, I've dedicated my life to serving you. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth. I met my incredible wife on a blind date at Camp Lejeune. She also served in the Marines. My son, an Air Force veteran, and my daughter are on our team. I'm sharing this because Trajan Wealth is more than just a business. It's our family's legacy based on trust and integrity. We're here to manage your money and fight for your dreams. Our fiduciary duty is to put your needs first, always. If you have an old 401k collecting dust, or if your current advisor isn't meeting your needs, let's talk. At Trajan Wealth, we're ready to take on your retirement challenges one at a time. Honor the sacrifices of those who served by taking action for your future. Call us today.
407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
All 2024s must go. It's the model year-end event at Southernland Nissan Orlando. New 2024 Nissans from 18.9. Make no payments till 2025 and 0% interest at Southernland Nissan Orlando, home of the lifetime warranty.
VIN number RL897631. MSRP 20050. VIN number 5104975 plus tax and fees and approved credit.
Only Zero Res cleans with a patented ZR Clean, which eliminates the need for harsh soaps, shampoos, or detergents. This safe and effective cleaning process leaves zero soapy, sticky dirt attraction residue behind, so your home will stay cleaner longer. Visit OrlandoZeroRes.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. Call A1 Garage today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1 from day one.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Are 30-day sample packs available?
You can now access a 30-day sample pack at TryRexMD.com with generics at just $1 per tablet, if appropriate. Online approval at TryRexMD.com is simple, with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit TryRexMD.com to get your sample pack. That's TryRexMD.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
You know the biggest hassle with selling your home with the Nickley Group? Figuring out where to put the sofa in your new home, because your old home won't be on the market for long. TNG listings sell 2 times faster and for an average of 6% more. Why wait around hoping your home will sell in time for you to move into your new place? Trust the experts at the Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty to get your home listed, shown, and sold. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today at thenickley.com.
This safe driving message is brought to you by Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt and the Just Call Mo team. Whether it's the holiday season or any season, Just Call Mo encourages you to be considerate of other drivers and especially watch out for motorcycles. It's a busy time of year. Tourists are everywhere. Remember that someone is counting on you, so arrive safely. Saving 30 seconds that can cost you everything is simply not worth it. And if you have been injured in an accident, make your first call to 1-800-CALL-MO. That's 1-800-CALL-MO. Be safe and enjoy the season. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
New South Window lives Southern weather. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
Save 35% off. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007.
People asking, what do you do with the political yard signs now? What do you do? You can actually, in most cities, recycle those. There's places in most cities where you could bring the sign you have in your front yard. You take that political sign out of your front yard and don't just throw it in the trash can. You can recycle the damn thing. If you Google political sign recycling in whatever county you're in.
They also had some, I mean, I guess this really depends on how many political signs you have, because I don't see the need for this, but maybe some people got a lot of signs. Mm-hmm. They had like election sign recycling centers, or they would set up like places where you could drop those off.
Yeah, they said there's something called NuCycle, NuCycle, and they take your political sign.
Sounds woke.
And they convert it into Enviro fuel cubes.
Super woke. Oh my gosh. Enviro fuel cubes from NuCycle?
I got to tell you. Something with cycling, though, and I'm sorry to divert, but I just got another political text message.
Oh, they're still going? Why were they still going
I don't
right
know,
now?
but like, how many report and junk and delete do I have to do?
Well, whether you have a Trump sign or a Kamala Harris sign, either one of those, you take it out of the ground and you go to the NuCycle place in your area, NU-Cycle, NUCYCLE, and they turn them into EnviroFuel cubes, which I assume are great. It says, which the cement and electrical power industries use this to replace coal. In 2022, the first election that they did this recycling of these signs, it diverted 11,140 pounds in campaign signs from the landfill. So that's good. Why not do something like that if you've got one of these signs in your yard? If it's a Trump sign, you're still just kind of like bragging that you got your victory. If it's a Kamala Harris sign, you just go out there, grab it in the dead of night and bring it to one of these places. You'll feel a little bit better about things.
We mentioned quickly Jason Segel in Forgetting Sarah Marshall with the penis scene.
Yes.
And I got, it was a story that Sabrina had not too long ago, I thought, and I got it slightly wrong. He didn't send the email out. His mother saw the movie, cried when she saw his penis, and then she emailed the rest of the Segel clan and said, I would like to inform you all that Jason has chosen to do full frontal nudity. However, it is not gratuitous and is essential to the plot.
Why wouldn't he tell his mom? If you're in a
Essential
movie,
to the plot.
you know that your mom's going to be watching that. I would have told her immediately. I go, Mom, you know how they tell you different parts in the movie where it's a good time to take a bathroom break? Yours is exactly this time.
But it's essential to the plot.
You'll be fine. I'll tell her that part of the plot on a side conversation.
I think it would be more hilarious to just let her watch the movie.
Just get the reaction raw afterwards.
Yep.
Oh, there's a conspiracy theory that has just been flying around out there. And this is interesting to me because it's the first dual conspiracy that I've seen in a while, because Republicans are using this and Democrats are using this. And the conspiracy is this. I'm looking at it in front of me, and they show the total vote for different years. The Republican vote and the Democratic vote, popular vote for 2012, 2016, 2020, and 2024. It shows the vote from Republicans and Democrats in those years. And in 2012, it's pretty normal, about 65 million for Democrats and 60 million or so for Republicans. Same in 2016. And then in 2020, it shot up to over 80 million votes for Democrats and almost 75 million votes for Republicans. And then in 2024, they go, where did all those votes go? We're missing 20 million votes. Unbelievable. How could this be happening? And everybody says one of two things. If you're a Republican, you see, I told you, where'd those mystery votes come from in 2020? Very suspicious. If you're a Democrat, you go, where'd all our votes disappear off to? This is a proof that right here that something funky's going on. And so both angles can be used to say this is something fishy going on. The reality is far more obnoxious. The reality is they still only have 55% of the vote in California in right now, which is crazy. 55 or 60% maybe in that state. On the East Coast, if you look at most of the states, 99% or 100%. 99, 100, or 99, 100. Almost all of those votes are in. But some of these dumbass states have the really ass-backwards counting rules for their elections so that they still have no idea what the total vote is going to be. So the vote will go up significantly. Now, the other thing that people are just thinking, they're thinking because we've been talking about politics, the same exact or more people should vote in this election. No, the overall popular vote is going to be lower than it was in 2020. And there are probably 100 different reasons for that.
And that discourages people to vote in the future. It's
the fact is,
what is my vote even going to count if my state is still taking this long to count them?
I think it could. But more importantly, it explains why these people are freaking out and going, the mystery votes, where did they go? What's happening here? The votes have not been counted yet in some of these states.
Also, with this graphic, what's going on in 2016 there?
What do you mean? 2016.
Did Trump not get the popular vote?
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't win the popular vote in 2016. Okay. No. Republicans haven't won the popular vote in a really long time, in fact. And that's why I was glad that if Trump was going to win, that he'd win the popular vote, too. So we can't go our country is irretrievably broken. We need to overturn that kind of stuff is crazy. I'm so glad I have not seen that reaction out of Democrats, actually, mostly. But the 20 million missing votes conspiracy is just all over the place on social media. You're going to see it everywhere. They're still counting in California. There's a lot of people in California. It's not only California. Arizona, some of these other states, they need to get it together. Whatever rules you have in place that make it so that 2 days after an election, you're still at 55% of your counting.
We have the technology. That
Easy.
It should not be. If American Idol can get the damn votes in one day, come on.
Yeah, Florida got the votes in a matter of hours. We knew all of the people who voted and how many votes there had been cast. I'll look right now live here. Okay, California is still at 60% of the vote total. Fix that, California. No excuses. Oregon, 78% of the vote total. Washington, 71% of the vote total. In Arizona, only 70% of the votes are in. In Nevada, they're at 94, so they're a hell of a lot closer.
Alaska's 76.
Is it? Alaska, yeah, 70. I have 72%, but in the 70% whatever range.
Yeah, I'm on a different website.
That's still out. But if you go to Florida, 99, Georgia, 99, South Carolina, 98, North Carolina, 99. This is possible, but these states just suck at it, and they're not good at getting the vote totals in. So some of these discrepancies are explained by the votes aren't all counted just yet, and some of the discrepancies are explained by we just didn't have the same number of people vote that voted 4 years ago. It didn't happen that we had that turnout. But you will run into that for sure online. Trust me on that much. All right, here's the story.
I already saw that graphic.
Did you? Yeah. I've seen it everywhere. I've seen it on so many different social media platforms. And people go, we see this? This is proof. Where did those votes go?
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
Your first fallacy is expecting that there's going to be the same amount of votes or higher as the previous election. And the second one is that we are at the end of counting. We're not. There will still be more. So here it is. Here's the story. Panic is setting in. Panic is setting in. 43 monkeys escaped from a South Carolina medical lab.
Are they jumping on a bed by any chance?
I'm not sure. We'll look at this together. This is from the Associated
Press. Maybe that's how to catch them, was just to put some beds out for them to jump on.
We
need 43, or they can all get on one.
Please don't tell me to make a monkey map. I'm already having a hard time with the squirrels.
I got more for that in a moment. But this says, police say there's no serious danger right now.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if I believe that, but let me make this a little bigger so Celine can take a peek at this with me. 43 monkeys escaped from a compound used for medical research in South Carolina. The nearby police chief says there's almost no danger to the public.
Okay, do we know what they were using them to test?
Here's what they claim. They're not infected with any disease whatsoever. They are harmless and a little skittish. These are rhesus macaque primates that have escaped from the Alpha Genesis.
Rhesus macaques?
Rhesus.
Oh.
No, Rhesus, RHESUS.
Sure.
They escaped from the Alpha Genesis facility on Wednesday when a new employee didn't fully shut an enclosure. The monkeys are females weighing about 7 pounds and are so young and small they have not been used for testing just yet. So they're free. They're out there free into the world. Alpha Genesis employees currently have eyes on the primates and are working to entice them with food, according to the cops. And they said they usually handle escapees on site, but the monkeys got outside about a mile from downtown Yamasee, wherever that is in South Carolina. And they're rounding up these monkeys right now. Almost no danger to the public, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this just yet. They're little guys, so keep your distance, South Carolina friends. Let's go over to you. Your dispatches are rolling in over at thenewsjunkie.com. We appreciate you sending those. Let me just refresh this for the latest. We'll go over to Blonde Brew Hubs, talking about Salvation Army.
So I'm driving home, and I'm looking at the traffic light. And there's just like panhandlers and stuff in the middle of the intersection. There are Salvation Army people in the middle of the intersection. That's a new one for me. What do you guys think?
I think I've seen that before. Salvation Army people in the intersection, kind of raising funds and stuff.
Or does the person maybe just have a bucket that says that?
I don't know. But you see them. I've seen them before. I've seen Salvation Army people out in traffic. I don't think that's too abnormal. But, here we go. Let's go over to this one. Here's ex-swimmer.
Good afternoon, morning, junkies. I want to jump in on the squirrel thing, too. A few places I've lived, and there's been squirrels. Illinois.
You can't do that. You have to be in the place now, and it's only one at a time. But we got more. There's definitely more that we need to talk about. Here's Jackson Jill.
Hey, News Junkie.
Hey.
My family and I traveled back in June up to Pennsylvania for a family wedding, and that included myself, my husband, our now 6-year-old daughter, and my elderly mother. And I can't remember if it was American or United, but we actually had to pay extra to pick our seats.
Okay.
It had been a while since I'd flown, and I was like, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. Forget that. And then I thought about all of what everybody's talking about. Oh, my gosh, what if my child isn't sitting with one of us? They're going to be sitting with some random person. Oh, God, I'm going to have to be that person. No, the airlines actually, they have the policy where they're not going to split the family up with a minor child. It's actually the policy where they are going to make sure that there is an adult sitting with the minor child on the plane. So all this nonsense is just made up BS, and people just want to sit wherever they want to sit. That's my personal thoughts and feelings, because we didn't have any problems or issues. They actually put all of us together for no extra cost. So take that for what it's worth. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you. Appreciate the dispatch, Jackson Jill. But my experience has been different. I have been on a Southwest flight, and I was sitting in my seat, and there was only one seat left on the flight, and it was the middle seat next to me. And this mother comes over, and she goes, just so you know, my son is sitting here. This is his seat. And I said, what?
Prove it.
This kid was like 6 or 7 years old, and I get out, and he sits down next to me. And I go, okay. And mom goes and sits like way on the other side of the plane. 6 or 7-year-old kid right down next to him. He's not a baby by any means, but he's a kid. And he's like, hi, my name is Jackson. And I go, oh, hi, Jackson. And he goes, you want to play on my iPad with me? And I go, sure. And it was like I had a kid for the entirety of the flight. This little kid right next to me. He's asking me if he can do stuff. He's like, can I have my snacks now? I'm sure, Jackson, have your snacks. I don't know. Do your thing, guy. And I had him right next to me for a whole flight. So it's happened at least with a kid of that age on a Southwest flight I was on. We'll do more of these in a bit. Let's put that on ice. When we come back, we've got more Squirrel updates. We got to put those on the map. This is something that's of utmost importance.
I'll have to pass the torch. And by that, I mean my tiny kid
Squirrel map
scissors to Sea-Lane.
All right. And also a story about an asphalt accident that we just have to dive into together. What's going down? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll do the Froggers football forecast. Danny Meyering drops by for a date night done right. Our buddy attorney Glenn Klausman stops in for Colbert Court. For trivia, it's tickets to see Orlando Pride and Orlando City playoff soccer. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000, plus your calls, text, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
What's happening? Hoping your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535 and also World Drive, but you should know that there is an incident that has 2 lanes blocked, causing a delay eastbound on the Beach Line. That's approaching exit 9 Conway Road. Give yourself a little extra time there. Westbound we're clear. No issues on the 408 or the Greenway, and thankfully the Turnpike is clear too. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on everything you need to refresh your wardrobe and home for fall. Get low prices every day on unique finds at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at Macy'sBackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy Don from thatmortgageguydon.com is the fact that he is part of the Real Radio family. That's right. Every Saturday morning, tune into the Home Loans Radio Show. Get your questions answered live on the air by Don, who is making sure that you get the best deal, that all the process of refinancing or buying your first dream home is explained to you because he has your best interest in mind. Simple as that. He's pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business because he wants you to know how it works. So get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com. 2025s are here. It's the model year-end event at Southernland Nissan Orlando. Check out the bold and colorful new 2025 Kicks or used cars from $8,968. And your credit problems are no problem at Southernland Nissan Orlando, home with a lifetime warranty, plus tax and fees with approved credit.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help that often requires only simple maintenance. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello from A1 Garage Door Service. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. Call A1 Garage Door Service today.
A1 from day one. Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will. When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Hey, Central Florida, if you want a nicer, newer car, get ready. My prices are dropping. RC Hill here. It's autumn, and I want to help you rake in some savings. At RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're focused on affordability. My finance specialists hustle hard to help you find a low rate and a monthly payment that fits your budget. That's what my Perfect Payment program is all about. Save huge on a new 2024 Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty and 2 years of free factory maintenance. Or check out over 200 certified used cars, SUVs, and sports cars. Plus, at RC Hill, you get your price and payment in 15 minutes. So if you hate your current ride, leave it behind. And I'll take it even if it's rusted or busted. And I'll give you way over trade value. But hurry, don't leave me hanging. A deal this good won't last long. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. RC Hill Mitsubishi and Used Car Superstore. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. And if you need to sell your car today, visit rchillbuyscars.com. We pay you on the spot.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to tell me the name of a country without the letter A in its name. You know it? Text your answer to 96551 and you will get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name and go on a 5-day cruise. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to tell me a country without the letter A in its name and get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals included, plus 4 days in Orlando for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. This is not a contest. It is a paid advertising by Guarantee Media with the purpose of soliciting sales on vacation ownership and not affiliated with iHeartRadio. Some terms and conditions apply.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings. Because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
The Big Bang Theory, tonight at 7, only on CW18.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
More about the show, all you have to do is go to the website. That's at thenewsjunkie.com. And we'll get to some of your dispatches in a moment. One of our side quests today, we always have a side quest. Obviously, we're watching the election fallout and the great unfriending where everybody's going on social media and saying, if you voted for Trump, unfollow me right now. But also, we ran into a question. And yes, sure, you can Google some of these things. But I wanted to get some on-the-ground answers about, do they have squirrels in every state in the United States of America? And
it's more fun that way.
We obviously knew in Florida and New York, squirrels checked off the list very, very early. R.I.P. my inbox.
No way. But with proof?
Yeah, a lot of these people, all the ones I'm going to tell you are verified because their signature in their email says where they're from.
Okay.
So it has like their address and whatnot. So Andrew is in Pennsylvania, and he said, in the Philly area, we have lots of tree rats. That's what we call them, squirrels. And he said, by the end of December, they generally start hibernating or at least staying out of sight, but they're in Pennsylvania for sure. So we could check off squirrels in Pennsylvania. Deanna is in Iowa. She says, we have corn, cows, and beautiful brown squirrels, not these small gray things in Florida that you call squirrels. There's a bit of a squirrel size.
Gray.
There's a size fight going on where people are saying, in the Southeast, your squirrels are pathetic. We've got huge squirrels, they're saying.
They're furrier, but our squirrels would beat up your squirrels in 2 seconds.
I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. Somebody earlier emailed, and they said, we have squirrels that are almost 2 feet tall. I don't know if that's true or not, but this person is like, hey, you don't know what you're talking about down there. We have squirrels that are 2 feet tall. Reef Break on YouTube says, we used to have squirrels, but they're eating the squirrels. True. Maha59 says they're in Montana, and they have squirrels in Montana. Montana is checked off the list. In Texas,
all right, just to be clear, Dallas, though, because we were talking smack. Mm-hmm. Pennsylvania, Iowa, and Montana.
And Texas is checking in, saying they have squirrels. Utah is checking in. They say they're in Zion National Park. They steal food out of people's backpacks. They're the fattest squirrels you ever seen in your life. Kimberly from Indiana checks in. She says, yes, confirmed. We have squirrels in Indiana. This person, oddly enough, wanted to be anonymous. I don't know if you have to write these down before adding them. I don't know why they wanted to be anonymous, but they said, we got squirrels here in Maine. M-A-I-N-E, Maine. I ride across a couple dead ones in the road sometimes.
Like you on purpose?
I don't know. It's hard to read what he's saying. He said, I can send pics if you want. No, I don't want roadkill squirrel photos, sir.
Classic
Hold on to those
guy.
Yourself. Chad from Connecticut says we have squirrels and chipmunks.
Okay, we're not asking for that, Chad, but thank you.
What? Squirrels are yes in Connecticut. Squirrels confirmed in South Carolina from Jess. Squirrels confirmed in Illinois from listener Jeff. MR says, we already got Pennsylvania. That one's already checked off the list. Is Michigan on our list or no? I don't know if they're already checked off.
Michigan has not been checked. This is going to be a lot, guys.
They say black
do
squirrels,
one at a time, please.
red squirrels, and gray squirrels in Michigan. So, that's 2 in a row, actually. Shane from Belleville, Michigan, says we have squirrels here. Okay. Shout out to Fox Holden in Lake City, Florida.
Should have made this digital map. So remember, I do have to cut these out.
Oh, just write them down and then
But yeah, let's stop there, and then maybe we'll do another squirrel update later.
Okay, I'll put these back here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, I've got
this
so
squirrel
many
map's going to be sick.
It's going to be the most detailed squirrel map we've ever done. We'll have to put it up somewhere so we can.
And at the end, it turns out there are squirrels everywhere.
Like for posterity, we'll have to keep this map up. Okay, I want to tell you a story here. This is a story
of a girl.
This is a story of a frightening situation in Mississippi. I'm sure some of you are listening from there. In Jackson, Mississippi, a man was killed. You think your job's hard? I don't know what you're doing right now. Some of you just chilling, doing nothing. Maybe somebody else is
squirting a little more mayonnaise on my Jimmy John's.
It's all right. Our job is a little easier than theirs in some cases, C-Lane. But this guy's job was working on hot asphalt, and that is not a good time. Hot asphalt job is what this guy called home. And he worked at a place called AJ Materials in Jackson, Mississippi. While he's working, they say they get a call, and there was a dump truck malfunction. And the guy's trying to fix the dump truck, and something goes wrong, and it then poured all of the hot asphalt on top of this guy and killed him, the man who was working on this thing. They said Police Chief Joseph Wade said it appears there was a malfunction with a dump truck. Wade said it appeared the victim tried to fix the problem when the asphalt started to pour on him. My prayers, condolences, thoughts, my heart goes out to his whole family, Wade told reporters at a press conference. They're looking into this, but they said it appears to be an accident. And how about this? They are currently reviewing surveillance video. That is a rough one right
also
there.
Think there probably was not a lot that they could do until it cooled, right?
And then you got to just like chip him out of there, for God's sake, this poor guy.
Or name the road after him.
It's a Memorial Road. That's the least you could do, I think. Okay, we're going to go to you here momentarily. You can join us on the show with your dispatches. It's super easy to do. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on a dispatch right now. A lot of squirrel people, but let's go past some of those and let's go to, here's Lynn, who's joining us with a story about a flight. And here she goes. Hello?
I was once on a flight from Indy to Florida, and a family of 7 got on.
Jeez.
I paid extra for my window seat. This family of 7 had not bought their seats, had not had the forethought to make sure they were all seated together, and they ranged in age from 2 to about 9.
Okay.
She had an infant.
Even a baby
and
with him.
Of course, they wanted me to change seats. I was very kind, but I said, I'm sorry. I had to pay extra to get the seat that I wanted. I would assume that's what would be required of everyone who's particular about where they sit.
Mm-hmm.
So she huffed and puffed.
Too bad.
But they went around and got enough people to allow them to all sit together.
Yeah, it's a plane, folks. Like, if you're not a baby, you don't need to sit right next to the other person. That's one idea we should just get rid of here. When people come up to you and ask you, as they did in the story that we talked about earlier, where this young woman said, a mom came up to me and said, I need to sit by my son, please. Can you switch seats with me? And she goes, I don't want to switch seats with this lady. It's a middle seat. I don't want to sit in a middle seat. And she goes, I want to sit by my son. And she looks over, and the son's like 16 or 17 years old. It is not of utmost importance that you be sat next to every single member of your family on the flight. And you inconveniencing everyone around you.
Sometimes it's nice not to be sat by them.
Yeah, get a little break, a little breather. You conveniencing everybody else is the actual pain in the ass thing.
But this is why I find flying on airlines that you pick your seat when you buy the ticket a lot more convenient.
It is. And here's another thing. I realized this the other day. Going to the movie theater, I realized it is so much better now. It is so much better at the movie theater. One thing is the seats. You got assigned seats, so there's no, these people are going to sit right next to me, or these people are going to ask me to move, or you're fighting over where you're sitting. No, it's assigned seats. Everybody has their own seat, and you can even see if anybody's sitting next to you for the movie. It's so much better. That's just one tiny example of how it's better. And the assigned seat thing is everybody has their seats. Stay where the hell you are. We're going on a flight, and when we're done, everybody can get back together. But they don't do that. They socially shame you and pressure you and make you feel like you're a bad person for not moving if they ask you. You're all of a sudden a jerk. Not them for not preparing. You're the jerk.
That's
what
why
do you think?
I thought what the TikTok people did, pretending they were vloggers as people were looking for the seats, was the best idea.
That's a smart move. All right, go over to the newsjunkie.com and send us your first dispatch right now. Tons of comments coming in.
Yes, look at the map, man.
Oh, look at all the squirrels. All right, it's a lot of squirrels.
I'm not even done with that first round. But unfortunately, I do have to pass the squirrel baton.
Well, no, just keep that there. We got to get these all filled in eventually. So maybe we could just do it tomorrow.
I got a text with the answer to this plane situation from a friend of ours.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know that it's going to work for everybody.
All right, go to that, and then I'll show you what I've got here in front of me. What'd they say?
They said, why don't these people just get their own planes?
Okay. Was that someone
guesses.
we know?
Yeah. I have a few guesses as to who that might be.
Jury duty coming up?
Here's what I'm looking at. Man, this is not great, but it's not going to be so bad for the state of Florida, luckily. We got Hurricane Rafael. It is off the coast of Florida. They're getting some rain throughout South Florida. You folks in West Palm Beach seeing a couple of storms from this today, and in Fort Myers, and working its way up into Central Florida. And we'll get some rain from this, but it's heading out into the Gulf of Mexico, where, fingers crossed, hopefully this thing will dissipate and will not be a threat to anybody. But the Gulf Coast is in the sights here, or perhaps even Texas for our friends over there. Just keeping our eyes on Hurricane Rafael in the moment. When we come back, unrelated to that text, we will do jury duty. So we'll see what's happening in courtrooms and check in with the cases we've been following. That and so much more coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
Thursday Night Football is going to be a rematch of one of the best games of the NFL season so far. It'll be the Ravens hosting the Bengals. Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield could return to practice today after he sat out Wednesday's session with a toe injury. Buccaneers will host the 49ers on Sunday. And the Lightning, they're back to work tonight when they host Philadelphia. Bolts forward Braden Point remains day-to-day, though. He's got a lower body injury. I'm Scott Davidson.
Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on everything you need to refresh your wardrobe and home for fall. Get low prices every day on unique finds at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at Macy'sBackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Folks, bit of a pro tip for you. If you are even thinking about getting a new car in the next couple of years, you have absolutely got to go out to the Central Florida International Auto Show next weekend. It's November 14th through the 17th. And the Central Florida International Auto Show is at the Convention Center. You'll get a close-up look at all the hottest new cars, trucks, luxury vehicles, SUVs, all the cars that you could possibly be choosing from are going to be at this convention, and all the cutting-edge tech that's going to be in vehicles you buy maybe 10 years from now. It's a cool time. You'll see what's new in electric vehicles. You can take test drives of some of the latest EVs out there at the show. It's an experience you don't want to miss out on. The Central Florida International Auto Show is the place to refresh your ride. The 14th through the 17th at the Convention Center. Get your tickets right now at OrlandoAutoShow.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Total Wireless totally has your back this holiday season. We give you up to 4 free 5G phones when you switch to the Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan. That's 4 gifts, 1 store. Plus, enjoy unlimited data that never slows you down. All for $30 a month or less when you get 4 lines. That's a holiday plan we can all get behind. Visit your local Total Wireless store to switch today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Veterans Day sale, save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery with any base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. It's Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get a $300 instant gift. Take 120 nights to love it or your money back. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power with Solar Source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
New South Window lives southern weather, and our products are designed to keep the intense heat out and the cool air in. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
For a limited time only, save 35% off on New South Windows and Doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio to learn more.
Russ Rollins here for Life Imaging FLA. You know, this is going to be the first holiday I've ever had without my little sister. And one of the things that she would say all the time is she wished she would have gotten her scan early. By the time she waited and got her scan, it was stage 4 cancer. Don't wait. If you have something that feels off, go get a scan. And you can get a scan even if you don't feel off with Life Imaging FLA. Life Imaging FLA, if you pick up your cell phone, you dial pound 250, you say the words free heart scan, you can get a free heart scan with a few minimum requirements. It's a great value, and it's something you should do. But then ask about cancer screening. That's super important, and I'll be thinking about that a lot during the holidays this season. People that you love, get them into Life Imaging FLA and get that cancer screening, get that free heart scan. It could save your life. It's Life Imaging FLA. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartRadio. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds to Life Imaging FLA, and tell them Russ Rollins the Monster sent you.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you. Yeah, they were all yellow.
Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it! Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
If you ever need to talk, he'll pretend to listen. You're listening to the News Junkie.
Around the country, and an unexpected update on that suitcase murder trial. What's happening? In just seconds, we'll get to that. First, let's go over this, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails, for good reason, I think. And we discussed recently how during the election, there was some ballots, and I mean a lot of them, like thousands and thousands of ballots, that were in question in the state of
Nevada.
Nevada,
Are we
I
talking
think.
about the signatures?
Yeah. And the issue, C-Lane's right, the issue was about the signatures on them. And the signatures didn't match the signature on file. And the bizarre reasoning for that was because a lot of younger voters, Gen Z voters, they don't really have a signature because they don't have a much experience signing their name. They don't learn cursive in school, and they just don't repetitively
It's weird,
sign
though,
things.
because Nevada's not the only state in the union with young people in it. Why are they the only ones that were having this issue?
It may be the way that they count votes over there and the way that they verify signatures made it so it was more prominent when there was a mismatch. It's the best I can guess as to why that would have happened.
I feel like if the issue were to happen, it would happen there on the ground as you're getting ready to vote. Like when I went to vote, I gave them my driver's license. I'm sure they scanned it or pulled up something, did something. I think they scanned the giant QR code on the back and pulled up the information, and then they made me sign this thing, and it had to match my signature, and it did, and then I voted. I don't think that the two signatures are those stored?
Well, that's because where you voted, the way we vote and tabulate votes seems to be effective and quick and not problematic. But all the other states have different plans. And honestly, I don't know if this is popular or not popular. I'll throw it out there. It seems to me it would be smart for every state to be on the same plan. And we would take one that is safe, efficient, and reliable, and the most trustworthy. And it looks to me like a model, like any of the Eastern Coast states, Florida in particular, would be a good one. They count the votes fast. They know that everybody who voted was supposed to be voting, and it's all done quickly. California is still counting votes. Like, what is going on over there? How is this okay? You're like, we'll get it done eventually. I think there should be a flat-out way to do this that all states abide by, and then when the elections are over and the polls close, tally up the votes, do it safely, do it in an effective way, do it in a way where there's no cheating going on, in a fair way, and then everybody reports the votes. This person, Anonymous, says, podcast listener, I was catching up on yesterday's podcast and heard you talking about how there were voter signature issues, a debacle, they put in quotes, as you would say. And they spelled it D-E-B-O-C-K-A-L. Am I saying debacle wrong? Do people think I'm saying debacle in a weird way? Sometimes I have to figure this out.
I think this person just spelled debacle wrong.
All right, I just wanted to make sure, because you know how it gets. I'll say a word the wrong way, and then it'll go on for too long.
Debacle.
People get too
Debacle.
caught up in that, I think.
I try my best. I'm trying to communicate in a positive way and an effective way over here.
Tell Sean experiment's not a gum.
I screw that so much. I screw that one up. I said, I could say from my own experience when I heard this, I immediately wondered if my vote even counted. Let me explain. I live in Pennsylvania, but first, when I went to vote on Tuesday, I was not at all asked for my identification. They looked up my name, and they just asked me to sign. But I noticed that my signature they had on file was different than how I now sign my name. Probably because back when I was younger, and 4 years ago or so, I renewed my license, and I tried to sign my name neater for my identification. I used a regular S instead of a cursive S that I usually use. Anyways, I didn't think much of it until I heard this, but I did think it was weird that they didn't even ID me.
Do they give you like more than one shot at signing your name for the license? Because
I don't know.
I remember vaguely thinking that the last time I renewed my license and they wanted me to do the signature, I didn't like the license that was on my old signature, but they only give you a tiny little rectangle to sign in, and I have a very big signature. The C and the L are big, and then the rest of it's like that you can make out an H, and then no, and then
sloppy.
Maybe a little A. No, the rest of that is just tapers off. So
if you do it and it doesn't look good, can you try again? I would hope so. Yeah. Well, one more email real quick. Robert emails the show. He says to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, I had to get a new license a few years ago. I wasn't happy with the wait time at the DMV, and when it came time for my signature, I wrote, "Go F yourself." It was in cursive, and the guy let it slide, he says. So now your signature is "Go F yourself."
I remember when we bought our first house, they were a little particular about Ashley, like, writing out her name in a certain way, but it matching, but it was like the lender was there. Like the guy, they're like, what, is he going to, I'm not going to deny the loan. I'm not going to deny the bank loan. You're getting the bank loan. Just let her sign the papers. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that we still do things that way, but here we go. All right, let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. If you get into an accident, there's lots of attorneys out there that are willing to help you out. Sure they are. They're all over the place screaming for you, but you want somebody who's going to give you a personal experience. The staff at the DeWitt Law Firm, including Moses DeWitt, are going to hear you out. You sit down, you talk about this, or you do it over the phone or text, whatever is best for you. It's literally the way you want it done. And I think you deserve that much. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Sarah Boone, the woman behind the suitcase murder trial. If you're not familiar, that's the lady who back in 2020 zipped her boyfriend up inside a small suitcase and then left him in there, and he ended up dying. She filmed him as he was screaming and stuff inside this suitcase. She was found guilty, real quick guilty verdict from that jury.
Yeah, that didn't take long at all.
It was like, oh, I want you guys to deliberate over this and try your best and come back with a verdict. And 5 seconds later, all right, guilty.
I think just the timing, people were like, oh, her defense has some tricks up its sleeve. And then, the Menendez thing is happening right now. And I was like, no, I don't know why you think this lady's going to get off on this. The video is pretty damning.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. You hear him screaming for her help, and she's not doing anything to help him. They are now trying to get a retrial. They want a new trial. They said they had some issues, including denial of court-appointed counsel, denial of motions for continuance, an emotional outburst in the courtroom, improper expert testimony, and prosecutorial misconduct. And they're requesting a new trial. It is expected to be denied. We shall see. And one more very quickly. An unruly passenger was beaten to a pulp after attempting to open the emergency door on a flight from Brazil to Panama. The video is going viral online. A flight attendant started screaming and another tried to hold him back, but they couldn't because he was too strong. Then they overpowered this guy and kicked his ass because people don't screw around on airplanes anymore, and they shouldn't. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us your first dispatch right now.
I'm trying to look up because last night I finally got around to finishing the Menendez Brothers series, the Monster on Netflix, and I was watching the thing with the trial and how much objection came. You finished it, right?
Yeah.
And how much the lawyer objected, and now everyone the judge said overruled.
Yep.
Now I'm like, I know they make up a lot of stuff. They dramatize a lot of stuff to make the the watching experience sexier. But I mean, that would be really, really annoying if you just couldn't land a single objection.
Yeah, every sentence that was said, it was like, objection, denied, 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 over and over and over again. When we return, there is a ticking time bomb in your house. And over 900 times these time bombs have gone off. A Florida couple says they were really, really frightened when something happened. What's going on and what could be happening in your kitchen? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win tickets to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season long on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
What's happening? Hoping your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535 and also World Drive, but you should know that there is an incident that has 2 lanes blocked, causing a delay eastbound on the Beach Line. That's approaching exit 9 Conway Road. Give yourself a little extra time there. Westbound we're clear. No issues on the 408 or the Greenway, and thankfully the Turnpike is clear too. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by the NickleyGroup.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio wants to provide you with the assist for your holiday shopping by putting $1,000 in your hand before the holidays. We're talking about $1,000 13 times a day. Simply listen for the keywords to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Veterans Day sale, save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery with any base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Orlando Pride fans, do you see us now? Make sure to secure your 2025 Orlando Pride season tickets now. Season tickets start at just $12 per match or $13 per month, the lowest rates available. And to celebrate 10 years of Orlando Pride soccer, all 2025 season ticket memberships will include a complimentary 2025 jersey. Learn more and join the Purple Bloodline today at orlando-pride.com/season tickets.
Need your carpets and tile looking great for that special holiday party? Zero Res is giving 15% off tile and grout cleaning and $49 per room for carpet cleaning. They have over 1,000 five-star reviews. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Attention.
If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
How are you celebrating Veterans Day? At Navy Federal Credit Union, we have a couple ideas. You could help support not-for-profits like The Mission Continues, an organization that helps veterans utilize their skills in new ways. Or you could just show a veteran some love and support, like we do every day for over 2 million veteran members. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/veterans. Active duty veterans and their families can join. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Hi, folks. Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer. Many of you are hurting after the hurricanes. These storms cause so much pain, and if you have property damage, there's 2 things I need you to know. First, we already have scam artists out there making all kinds of promises to homeowners if you just sign a few forms. Don't sign anything. Don't let anyone going door to door scam you into signing anything. Second, if you have hurricane damage and you haven't contacted your insurance company, please do that now. My job is to help you hold people accountable, including insurance companies, contractors, or anyone else. Call 877-MY-FLCFO. That's 877-693-5236. Or go to preparefl.com with questions or to report abuse. This is a public service announcement from Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer.
Happy holidays. Welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, dollar, DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm. Good luck.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the news.
It's a way you can join us and get your thoughts in on the show. I'm sure there's a lot going on in that brain of yours today. So if you want to share whatever's inside with us, go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Celebrities in despair. Some of the headlines I'm seeing out there talking about how people like John Cusack, Ariana Grande, Wire actor Wendell Pierce, and Stephen King, the author, how they're all reacting to Trump winning the election. Some of these celebrities and other people on social media.
Yeah, that George Clooney's getting a bunch of flack too. For his
well, hold on. The one you said earlier was somebody had said they would light themselves on fire.
Rob Reiner.
Yes. Rob Reiner. Okay,
Meathead.
He has not indeed done that just yet. And then who's the other one you were saying? George Clooney.
George Clooney. I saw I got like a notification that he was getting some backlash about it, and I was like, wait a second, I don't really remember him siding with Trump.
No, I don't think so. He's
but
almost always
no,
to the left.
he's getting slammed now, and for asking Joe Biden to step down.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're blaming him, and I'm like, dude, that's a stretch, though.
Yeah, Joe Biden would have done so much worse. Trump would have won even by larger margins if Biden was the person that was on the ballot, just in my estimation. But a lot of people...
Not to say that he would have gotten more votes necessarily. He could have. But also, I think that there were a lot of people that saw Biden versus Trump and went, I'm not even showing up.
Yeah,
not even going to go to the polls.
I think you're right. I think less people would have gotten involved and have voted because they wouldn't have wanted the candidates. It was bad enough anyways, but it could have been even worse, I think, for Democrats. And now we got to talk about what's happening next, because I think there's potentially some really big drama that is boiling that we're going to see in January or February. And that drama is going to go something like this. Mark my words. You heard it here first, all that stuff. What's going to happen is Trump is going to get into the White House with all his day one stuff. And one of the things they're going to move very quickly on is the illegal immigration issue.
Right.
And they're going to say, if somebody's in this country illegally, get the hell out of here. And they're going to start sending people back where they can. This will lead to a lot of doom and gloom, insane media stories about what's happening. And more importantly, you're going to have states that will be told to do something by the federal government, and they're not going to want to do it. For instance, what happens when you say, we want the people who are in this country illegally? Maybe they start with somebody who has a criminal conviction and they're here illegally, send those people back to their country of origin. And then they say, California, we would like you to do this. And Gavin Newsom in California goes, no, we're not doing that. That stands against, that's everything we stand for. That's against everything we stand. Let me say this correctly. Hang on. That is against everything we stand for, would be what the governor of California would say. And I see stories like the New York Times has a story that says, Newsom moves quickly to counter Trump in California. Governor Gavin Newsom called the legislature back to the Capitol for a special session to bolster civil liberties, reproductive rights, and environmental protections. And so they know that these things are coming, and the states are trying to make it so they can protect their citizens or the illegal immigrants that are living in their state from what's to happen in January. So states versus the feds. And this time, the Democrats will be on fighting on behalf of states' rights. That is going to be an interesting thing to watch. So we'll see what happens.
It comes down to like a standoff with feds and National Guard.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like that could be messy. And honestly, it could be something that is pretty dramatic. So we'll see what happens.
Almost reminds me of some of the plot lines in the very fictional but also very interesting Designated Survivor series. Mm-hmm. Where what's his name? Guy would make a good president. What's his name? The kid's character, not the actor.
And Designated Survivor. You watched that one more than I did.
Was it the dude from 24?
Was it Kiefer Sutherland?
Kiefer Sutherland, yeah.
Was he? Okay. He's been in a lot of shows with that same kind of plot line.
He had like issues in that show where the states did not verify, or they didn't think he was president. They were like, you're not a real president. We're going to do whatever we want. And they're like, bring out the National Guard. That was a great show.
Yeah, I only got into that a little bit, but somehow it fell off of our radar. Maybe now's a good time to watch it. And I wanted to share this story with you because we teased it earlier. And this is a threat that could be facing you or anybody else, and you don't even know it.
Ticking time bomb, you said.
A ticking time bomb, yes. A Florida couple says their glass oven door exploded, and more than 900 similar cases have been reported. This is a guy named John Trask, and he's down an oven in about $1,000 after he said his mom was heating up dinner, and the glass oven door exploded. He said, I heard the sound of something smashing or breaking. I immediately looked over and was astonished to see the front of the stove had blown out completely. The glass shattered and some of the pieces cut his mother's leg. She was standing there, not right in front of it, but at a side angle. Imagine if somebody was in front of this, he said. It was a Frigidaire oven manufactured by Electrolux in 2020. The warranty expired right before the incident, which ain't that convenient. Trask told us after the glass broke, the company offered to replace the door, but he turned down the offer. They said the previous pane of glass blew out. Why do I want another accident to happen in my house? And they looked into this, and they found over 900 cases where people with these Frigidaire ovens would have the glass door explode.
Have they identified some sort of flaw in the oven door?
Let me see. I got to see what the company said about it. Maybe they talk about exactly what was causing this. The company says we cannot comment on specific brands. The statement below is about ovens in general. They said there's not any issued recalls or warnings on shattering oven doors in recent years, blah, blah, blah. Well, we've learned of more than 900 incidents describing glass oven doors shattering or exploding.
900 is a lot.
That is a lot. They said the CPSC recommends that consumers follow the manufacturer's instructions and be careful not to bump or scratch the tempered glass in the oven door. There are standards in place for consumer products that use that glass, and it could lead to the glass breaking into nuggets and not shards if the product shatters. So a bunch of people wrote online about this happening to them. Oh, here it is. Here's the actual oven all smashed up when it kind of exploded there. So beware if you've got one of these Frigidaire ovens with a glass front on it, that could be an issue that you're facing as well. All right, let's go over to you. Let's work in some dispatches real quick and see what's on your mind on this lovely, lovely day. Here is Mo Manji, the realtor, talking about the states versus the federal government.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Sean, in regards to the states versus the federal government, well, Ron DeSantis constantly told Joe Biden to go F himself because he didn't want to do what the federal government was telling him to do. They would go to court and everything. So that's not a new thing that's going to happen. Every state has its own laws that they abide by, especially towards their citizens. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, but the problem is this, Mo Manji. Immigration is a federal issue, not a state issue. So the federal government sets the immigration policies. This is why Texas can't unilaterally go, enough's enough. We're going to make sure nobody is coming into the country illegally, and we're going to send these people who came in illegally back. They can't do that. That's a state doing something that's a federal issue. So therefore, we're going to have the federal government, which is within their rights to set the immigration policies of the country, saying, here's what I want done. And we're going to have the state saying, nope, we are not going to do that. Specifically California and, maybe some other states that step up and say, I think Texas might be on board, but some other states, California in particular, will say, nope, we do not want to enforce what the federal government is telling us to do. And then what do? Here we go. Let's go over to Joe Brackett talking about the Salvation Army.
Hey, News Junkies, two things. Call the Salvation Army before you donate. Somebody thought the same thing. It was weird, called, and Salvation Army said, no, absolutely not. They did not have anybody collecting money. And second, signatures go off the first letter of your first name and last name is how they now determine whether it's your signature or not.
Okay. So she's saying they just look at, like, when they look at a signature, they look at the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name. And the way you do those has to be consistent across your signatures.
Well, I mean, that works out. For me, those are the letters that look the most like they should.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like you've had any problems. I think they would tell you at this point, one would think.
I'm trying to find out because you said 900 of these ovens have exploded.
Yeah.
And it seems like a big number for there not to be a recall. And I can't find a number of how many Galaxy Note 7s lit on fire before they started banning them from the TSA and ultimately having Samsung recall them all.
Oh, I wonder if there is a number. Yeah. Like you're saying maybe if they got to 1,000, then they would go, uh-oh, we've got a problem here. These ovens are dangerous right now.
I don't know.
Could be the case. Maybe they would do that. Here's Trucker Stone. Hello?
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
I don't dispatch too often, but I have to today. I need to let you, C-Lane, and Sabrina know that if I hear that commercial, Clorox Sentiva smells like grapefruit, works like Clorox, one more time, I'm going to take your advice from a T-shirt that you created.
Oh, your pacing is just murdering my soul, Trucker Stone. I guess he's hearing a Clorox commercial a lot.
That's been the comment as of late. The complaint on the iHeart stream is that there's a lot of Clorox commercials.
Folks, I don't hear the commercials. I don't know how to protect you from those.
Somebody said there's like an ASMR element to it, or I don't know.
You can hear them, like their mouth. You can hear.
No clue.
I have seen somebody say something about this, but I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with the Clorox commercials. Just try to stay zen, get through it, and then we'll be back very quickly.
Yeah,
that's how it works. Ah, man, it's pausing.
It was really tough. Couldn't even get to the end of that dispatch before I wanted to Clorox the dispatch.
I'm watching it and going, I don't know if I can make it to the end of this one. I'm sorry. Mac on YouTube says, that ASMR commercial is awful. I'll look at it. I'll take a peek. We'll see what happens. Let us know. No, don't let us know what you think about that commercial. Don't want those dispatches. Don't want those at all. But do let us know how you're feeling out there. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us your first dispatch right now. Okay. We have to get to a couple of things before we wrap things up today. And there was one piece of advice for Joe Biden I saw floating around out there that I said, "What? This is never going to happen. This is never, ever going to happen."
Is it the tweet that told him to go ham and just legalize all the things or something like that on his way out?
You know, I didn't even see that, but we should talk about that. Like, if that happened, or could something like that happen in a moment like this? Could the sitting president, who's now a lame duck president, which means that you're on your way out, could you just go wild and just say, here are all of the things I could do, and I'm going to try to do them? What would happen? We'll find out together. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mortgage rates are heading down. Many people have loans in the 7s or even 8% range, and if you're one of them, you should explore the savings for a refinance to lower your payments or get cash out. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com. Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Dawn.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today. It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Hey, Central Ford, if you want a nicer, newer car, get ready. My prices are dropping. RC Hill here. It's autumn, and I want to help you rake in some savings. At RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're focused on affordability. My finance specialists hustle hard to help you find a low rate and a monthly payment that fits your budget. That's what my Perfect Payment program is all about. out. Save huge on a new 2024 Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty and 2 years of free factory maintenance. Or check out over 200 certified used cars, SUVs, and sports cars. Plus, at RC Hill, you get your price and payment in 15 minutes. So if you hate your current ride, leave it behind. And I'll take it even if it's rusted or busted. And I'll give you way over trade value. But hurry, don't leave me hanging. A deal this good won't last long. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. RC Hill Mitsubishi and Used Car Superstore. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. And if you need to sell your car today, visit rchillbuyscars.com. We pay you on the spot.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to tell me the name of a country without the letter A in its name. You know it? Text your answer to 96551 and you will get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name and go on a 5-day cruise. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to tell me a country without the letter A in its name and get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals included, plus 4 days in Orlando for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. This is not a contest. It is a paid advertising by Guarantee Media with the purpose of soliciting sales on vacation ownership and not affiliated with iHeartRadio. Some terms and conditions apply. Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to tell me the name of a country without the letter A in its name. You know it? Text your answer to 96551 and you will get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals and entertainment included. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name and go on a 5-day cruise. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to tell me a country without the letter A in its name and get a 5-day Caribbean cruise with all meals included, plus 4 days in Orlando for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. This is not a contest. It is a paid advertising by Guarantee Media with the purpose of soliciting sales on vacation ownership and not affiliated with iHeartMedia. Some terms and conditions apply.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Prescription products require completion of an online consultation with an independent healthcare provider and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for more details and safety information.
Is Cialis Daily really better than Viagra?
If you like spontaneity, the answer is yes. So when the mood strikes, you're ready to go.
I felt like a young man again. My wife is definitely much happier.
When you take it, you're ready to go.
Does Cialis Daily last longer than Viagra?
Guys are raving that their results last even longer.
My partner thinks that I am a rock star.
Because it is effective, I say I'm on a second honeymoon.
It's literally life-changing.
Are 30-day sample packs available?
You can now access a 30-day sample pack at TryRexMD.com with generics at just $1 per tablet, if appropriate. Online approval at TryRexMD.com is simple, with medication delivered direct to your door. There's no copay, no doctor office visit, and your shipping is always free. Visit TryRexMD.com to get your sample pack. That's TryRexMD.com.
The free iHeart app goes everywhere you do, because it's always on your phone and ready for whatever you're in the mood for. Even better, when you plug your phone into Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, the app becomes part of the dash with a seamless way to listen to your favorite radio stations, the latest must-hear podcast, or a custom playlist to get you focused. And with the holidays on the horizon, the app makes the perfect shopping companion while you search for the ultimate parking spot.
There it is!
Try Apple CarPlay or Android Auto with the iHeart app today.
iHeartRadio. Credit problems? We'll help solve them and get you driving today at Southernland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, dollar, DOLLAR. That's dollar. Enter it now at realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
On the way, and you can go over to the website and learn more about the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. You can also learn how to unlock secret shows. Speaking of that, secret shows is tonight, and I want to toss this out there for you. You can watch secret shows live. It's around 7:30-ish on Thursday nights, generally speaking. If it's not, then I'll have posted something on Twitter at The News Junkie.
Depending on what time a certain wife decides to come home from work.
Well, it's around there. That's why we don't do firm times. It's like 7:30-ish usually on Thursday
7:30
nights.
adjacent.
And you'll get your updates on my Twitter. That's where I'll keep you updated on what's going on. It was going to take longer. The News Junkie over on Twitter. But tonight we have Howard Stern talked about the show, and I got the clip of that from somebody, so we'll play that on Secret Shows tonight. And if you're a subscriber, if you're not, well, then go over to the website, just like MT Rafeth did. Thank you so much for signing up for Secret Shows, and sign up to unlock Secret Shows. You get all sorts of extra access to the website if you do this. And when you sign up, you'll be able to go on the website to my account. So I'll show you if you're watching, but for everybody else, it's easy to do. You go to thenewsjunkie.com. I'm there right now. And if you click my account in the top left, you'll see the my account page, and you can connect to Discord. And if you are on the TNJ Discord, we stream in there, and it's really pretty cool. It's an awesome thing where you can sit there and chat with other people and watch the show live when we record secret shows. If you can't be there for the live secret show, well, then you could just catch it afterwards. It's easy when we post it online to watch it or listen to it. Go to thenewsjunkie.com for more info on that. And also another thing you could do, if you go to the website and scroll down toward the bottom, you'll see join the show. It says join the community on Discord. Fall in there. And when you're on Discord, just start asking questions. Those folks are sweet. They will tell you how to use Discord. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's basically this whole community around the show, and there's audio and video, or you can just chat with people. The chat is constantly going. They do meetups and get-togethers. It's an awesome community. And I know that you might be like, I don't know about that technology. I don't know how Discord works. I don't know how any of this goes. It's super easy, and the people are friendly. So if you go to thenewsjunkie.com, click the Discord, you can get started there. And if you're a subscriber, under my account on the homepage, you can connect things up and watch us live. Okay, with that said, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Tom emails. He says, although I'm disappointed in the election, I'm not losing sleep over it. As far as the amendments, I'm not happy abortion rights failed, but I'm glad pot failed. Years ago, I voted for the 60% rule. Although it can be annoying, I'm still okay with it. If I remember correctly, it was sold on the premise that the same amendment could be on the ballot every year, flip-flopping on just a slight majority. For something as important as constitutional changes, it should have a greater majority. And though you may not agree, legal pot has not been the promised windfall for many states. It's been a nightmare for law enforcement. And yes, we would smell it more frequently, even though it wouldn't be legal to smoke outside. That's just the way it is. Cops are not going to enforce it. They rarely enforce it now. C-Lane should have witnessed that when he went to see Billy Joel. There's mobile dispensaries on practically every street in New York City, and the smell is ubiquitous. Did you smell weed everywhere in New York?
See, I've seen mobile dispensaries in New York. I was actually in New York a year ago right now, and because I was like flipping through my time hop and stuff, and I've seen the mobile dispensaries. I've seen the ones that drive around. I haven't really smelled much. There's plenty of other stuff to smell in New York.
Right. There's a lot of other smells that kind of drown it out a little bit, I think. Thank you, Tom, for the email.
I was in San Francisco, as most of you know, a handful of weekends ago, and only smelled it a couple times. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I've been walking around the city, didn't get a lot of that.
I don't think that would be a major issue. I think people had like 15 problems with that damn weed amendment, so it's not going to happen. For now, you still have access to marijuana. You just have a medical marijuana set up here in Florida. It seems to be working for most people. I do want to address something. I can't play the audio on this because these people are cursing up a storm, but online, people are tracking the meltdown of people over Trump's win, and it's a whole bunch of people screaming at the camera like this. They're freaking out, melting down, and everybody goes, oh, my God, there's a mental health crisis going on with all of these Kamala Harris fans on the left.
The first one was what I look like when I make fun of my son for having tantrums.
What you're looking at here is the algorithm. You're looking at the algorithm. People know there's an event going on, and if they do the freak out post, they're going to go viral. They're going to get all the clips. People are going to go over to their account.
Hell, opening clip in the show today was just a girl calmly saying, this is places you can go if you don't want to be in America anymore.
Right. Yeah. Here's how you get out of the country. These kids, a lot of them might be upset, but a lot of them are just exaggerating this to make a social media video. It's the attention economy, and this kind of dumb stuff works. Bootsy Moonshine says it's like influencers in the wild. Sure. Yeah. They're trying to get a reaction here. And I don't think this is like a greater piece of evidence against how people are reacting to the election. Maybe it is. I'm more seeing the great unfriending that I talked about on social media, where people are saying, if you voted for Trump, unfriend me right now. We just can't be close with each other. I hear they're melting down on The View a little bit, so let's see what they say.
I saw a lot of comments on Facebook from people on the right who were like, can't wait to watch The View tomorrow.
Why would you want to watch that? I'm just going to go watch them.
Plenty of people, they're like, I'm DVRing it. Once I figure out what channel it's on, it'll be the first and last time I watch The View.
Let's see what they said here.
And finally, we talk a lot about these different demographics and these assumptions of where they're going to go. Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
It's
the border.
misogyny.
It's on their doorstep.
So
and they were
oh, God. I have to tell you, I've seen two things since this election. One,
you need to get out and see more things.
I find to be really good and useful and smart. It is, I've seen a bunch of Democrats who say, hey, we're clearly out of touch and out of step with the American public. We need to rein in our crazies. We need to try to go to the center a bit more. We need to have some policies that are more generally popular. We need to not talk about everybody within their identity group, like, you know, black, trans, female Americans. We don't want to go identity politics all the time anymore. We need to rethink this. We need to rethink that. We need to stop worrying about these antisocial losers who freak out online. That they shouldn't be something that gets our attention. We should focus on normal people. And I go, that seems smart. That seems like a good strategy. That's one route you can go down. It's one route that I've seen people headed down. The other one is keep yelling at people. Tell people that they didn't vote the way you wanted to, so they're even more racist. They're even more this. They're even more that. That's what got you here in the first place. If you want to try that strategy more, you're going to see an even redder map next time. You need to realize the folly of your ways. Stop yelling at people. Stop chastising them. Stop calling them names, and start saying how you're going to make their life better. I think the strategy of just continuing to say, oh, all these immigrants or all these, Hispanic Americans in Texas.
Illegals, criminals, whatever that's what they're saying.
These guys are legal in this case because they're voting in the election, you would assume. But saying that the reason they voted this way is because misogyny, you're just making things worse. You're just screwing it up more. BDMXCon says you just need more celebrity endorsements. It's like there's a whole culture here where you start to speak to people in a way that they hate, that you fundamentally disconnect with the actual life experience of Americans. They don't talk to each other in the way that you've been talking to them. And calling them all these names and saying that people who disagree with me are just X, Y, Z, all the isms. They're all of the isms. It's stupid. It hasn't worked for you. And you can continue screeching about it all you want, but you're just going to keep stacking L's. That's what's going to happen for you. And that's what did happen here. That said, we have to wonder what's going to happen in Biden's final moments. C-Lane said he saw somebody suggesting that Biden just go hog wild, which would be
stuff that he can't actually do.
Yeah, whatever was within his power. We know he's going to do the pardon. There's no doubt about that. The Hunter pardon has got to be coming.
I'd be disappointed if he didn't, frankly.
Wait, you got to do that. You're a dad. Take all the politics out of it and just go, you're a dad. Would you pardon your son if he was accused of what Biden's son was accused of? Guy didn't rob a bank. He didn't assault a little kid or something. This was about him and owning a firearm. This was one of the charges. Owning a firearm when he said he wasn't an addict on the form. If we got everybody that did that and arrested them, man, we'd have prisons full of people. We would have a lot of people because there's a ton of people that do drugs and also have guns. So I think that Biden will do that.
Some of them do drugs out of the guns. You just
that's extreme.
You put the little thing on and you're good to go.
I think Biden will do that, and I think you would do that if you were in his position. But will he do more? Will he try to do all kinds of Hail Marys at the last minute? Or will he do as they're requesting over at the National Review saying Biden should pardon Trump? It's not going to happen. It's not going to go that way, I don't think. Okay, when we come back.
Pardon him for which part?
Pardon him for the, he's not even, those aren't even federal crimes, so he couldn't do anything about that. Hold on.
The Department of Justice is already just kind of dismantling the case against Trump. That's over because he's going to be president.
All pending federal charges. They said Biden should use his constitutional authority to pardon Donald Trump of all pending federal charges. He doesn't have to do that. Jack Smith, the special counsel, gone. He's out of here. Those cases are done with. It's a wrap. It ain't happening anymore. That's done. So it doesn't make any sense to do that. And the New York crimes are state crimes, not federal crimes. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.
Are going to be expecting temperatures to stay on the warmer side. Afternoon highs will climb into the mid to almost the upper 80s in Orlando with a high of 87 degrees. We'll also see a good amount of increasing sunshine before the day is all said and done with as drier air filters in. For your Friday, much drier, a high of 86. A few showers return Saturday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. You may have heard Wawa has pizza, but did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal size 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
Bring your forecast into focus with West 2 News on CW18 and meteorologist Kellyanne Class.
My focus is on your day, every day.
West 2 News Sunrise on CW18. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10.
Let's watch TV.
What do you want to watch?
Big Bang.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
Get your night off with a bang.
Every night at 7 o'clock.
Bang, bang. Let the good times roll.
Sounds like a party.
Did someone say party? Party's my middle name.
You know you want to watch.
I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it.
The Big Bang Theory, tonight at 7, only on CW18.
I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
What are you talking about?
Covering Central Florida, so you never miss a moment of what's happening. Every night at 10, Michelle Imperato, Jesse Pagan, and First Warning Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 10 on CW18. Local, live, late breaking.
Upgrade your old windows and doors with the latest designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason is unmatched strength. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows and doors are made from Fibrex material, which is 2 times stronger than vinyl, ensuring superior durability and resistance to extreme weather conditions. The wonderful team at Renewal by Andersen saw firsthand the incredible performance of Renewal by Andersen windows and doors in the face of the damage caused by Hurricane Milton just a few weeks ago. Robert agrees, and this is what he had to say. Our experience with every employee at Renewal by Andersen was exceptional. The windows that were installed are better than expected. A big thank you. During the month of November, save 20% on your entire project, plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. I get less than 30 seconds to convince you to hire my law firm, to trust me, to believe in me, to somehow convince you that my firm is going to get you the best results possible. Now, can you do that in 30 seconds? Hopefully I just did. Contact us at winunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Granger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Granger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors, from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Entertaining in your backyard this holiday season is easy with help from Tools Ace Hardware. Grills and smokers from Big Green Egg, Traeger, Weber, and Napoleon. Or a griddle to cook your family breakfast, or pizza ovens for personal pizza night. Tools Ace also has Pollywood outdoor furniture available, including dining sets and Adirondack chairs. Also, fire pits, firewood, patio heaters, and propane to keep everyone warm when the temperature drops. Get it all assembled and delivered to your home for free when you spend $3.99 or more on grills or patio furniture. They have 13 convenient Central Florida locations, or you can shop online at acehardware.com. Tools Ace, the backyard place.
Hi, folks. Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer. Many of you are hurting after the hurricanes. These storms cause so much pain, and if you have property damage, there's 2 things I need you to know. First, we already have scam artists out there making all kinds of promises to homeowners if you just sign a few forms. Don't sign anything. Don't let anyone going door to door scam you into signing anything. Second, if you have hurricane damage and you haven't contacted your insurance company, please do that now. My job is to help you hold people accountable, including insurance companies, contractors, or anyone else. Call 877-MY-FLCFO. That's 877-693-5236, or go to preparefl.com with questions or to report abuse. This is a public service announcement from Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Granger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Granger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the
The Cut, and today we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Thank you, friend, for going on a journey with us today, as always. And don't forget, it should be a fun Friday show tomorrow, so
Finally.
be here with us. Yeah, thank God. I don't know what it is. For me, it's not really the election, because I like all the excitement, no matter who's winning. I never get upset because I'm a spectator. I'm just enjoying the ride. But because it was Tuesday, and then Wednesday was kind of the reaction day. Monday was more of an anticipation day. And it was like, it just seems like it's been a long week. Long week. All right, here's some emails on the way out. David emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, junkies, I know we beat the pot amendment to death. However, I do want to say I disagree with C-Lane on the smell issue. I was a musician and lived in Las Vegas for quite a long time. Pot was not legal when I was there. I've been back several times since they've legalized marijuana. The social decay and the smell are all over the Strip and the downtown areas. I feel like the same thing would happen with International Drive or downtown if weed were legalized. Like many others, I don't care if people use cannabis or not. That's their business, and the state really shouldn't waste the time nor money prosecuting marijuana use. I just feel like it would be detrimental to the area. Just my thoughts, he says. I don't think
a lot of the people that make this argument, though, seem to go, yeah, I don't care if people do it at the comfort of their own homes. And I was like, that's what the amendment was kind of for. It's up to other people to decide how to police whether or not people are doing it in public. There's plenty of places you can't smoke in public.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's also, sometimes people do this. So you go, I went to Las Vegas, and before marijuana was legalized, it was nice, and there weren't a bunch of social problems, and I didn't smell weed everywhere. After marijuana was legalized, I go and there's social problems, there's hobos everywhere, there's problems with people on the streets and stuff, and it smells like weed everywhere. Well, one does not have to mean the other. It's possible that you could do this in such a way where you don't have the social problems you're talking about, but you do give people the freedom to buy stuff and tax it and all that. You don't have to have B with A. You could have an implementation of this where it would work.
There's also situations in which that exact story can be told in a place that never legalized it to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
You just go back, like I hadn't been there in a while, but I went back and, that area has gone down and smells like skunk now.
Also on Twitch, Known Badger says, hey, dumbass, it's Sin Effing City, which is true. Yeah. What are you expecting is going to happen? Adam says, in August, I booked a Delta flight. 2 adults, 2 teens, paranoid first-time flyers, and a toddler. We picked seats and we paid based off of them. When we went to board, only one adult was with the toddler. Everybody else was by themselves on multiple rows away from each other. So even though they booked the seats next to each other, they put them in all these random spots. That is frustrating. This is not. Big ups. Thank you. To Space Coast Native for gifting 5 subs over at thenewsjunkie.com. They were claimed within like a minute or two. Spread the word, give some gifts out. It's a good thing to do. And don't forget, we're going to be live tonight around 7:30 on the Discord. Diana with the last email here. She says, I was standing outside my kitchen door when I heard an glass oven explode. Had my 4 and 5-year-olds not been outside, they would have been on the hook for that one. Super scary. Apartment management promptly bought a brand new oven in and cleaned up the glass. It was a Frigidaire brand, and it was not hot, and hadn't been used in days.
Okay. Well,
That's
then
freaky.
we have an issue. And now I got to go figure out what brand my oven is.
Samesies. Yeah. I don't want that to happen. That sounds very scary.
Your oven's probably fine.
I hope so. Fingers crossed. I know this. I know that we don't have time for the dispatches. I'm sorry. We'll get more of those in next time. It is time for the stories that didn't make the cut, brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
That's right. Those guys are the best. I moved recently, and we, the first time when I moved into the house that I moved out of, we had nothing. I moved in my car. My wife moved in her car, and then we just spent the next few years accumulating stuff. And just so much. And then we go to move, and you go, oh, gosh, this is going to be an insurmountable task. No, my friends, Cento Family Moving and Storage will provide you a peaceful moving experience. They are professionals, and they will take the stress, at least that part, out of the move for you. So get a quote today. Where do you go? CentoMoving.com, CENTO moving.com.
What do we got? On the way out, Fetterman bailed on Jon Stewart 30 seconds before The Daily Show went live.
Jeez.
Thousands of them lose power because of the wildfires over there. And that'll have to do it for today. It's time for us to get out of the way. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, November 7th, 2024. Today I Learned this band right here.
Why am I...
The
Offspring.
Offspring is correct, yes. That beginning part
I almost
of
said
Pretty
Def Leppard
Fly.
because of that clip.
Oh, you're right. Okay, that's what the Today I Learned was about. Pretty Fly for a White Guy starts with that clip of Gilbert Gilbert Goblin Gloob. That is also used in Def Leppard's Rock of Ages song from 1983. Sorry, got it right at the end. Today I Learned this lady right here.
Aretha Franklin.
That's right. Aretha Franklin. She required that she be paid in cash before any performances she did. The cash then went straight into her handbag, and the handbag went right on top of her piano. So in many videos of her performing live, you could see her handbag right on top of the piano full
That's
of
a boss
cash.
move.
God damn it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow.